So we can do what's handle on the mic from Leo's Paradise. Random stream drop like a Dragon Ball fight. No lie, plan stream stacking up, but here's a twist in time. Freestyling on the deck like Luffy's punchlines. Up the channels faster than Zoro sword swings. Gaming pop culture, it's the chaos he brings. Talking movie reboots, superhero hype. Hondo passing the mic, now Bishop's in sight. Cutting clutch screen, frame by frame, I align. Laying bass lines heavy, keep the rhythm divine. Dropping 5 videos, can't keep up with the pace. Pass the mic back, Leo's leading the chase. Off the rails, no script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Playing the knob, Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. No script, just a freestyle ride. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life. The rails, no script, just a freestyle rhyme. Nerdcore king, let the randomness collide. Planning on Leo's got the flow to entice. It's words of paradise, the chaos comes to life.
And welcome back to the lunch hour. How are all you vital idols doing? My goodness, has a lot gone on in just the 24 hours since we've streamed last. I mean, if you guys look at the title, there's so much more than just that. It has been kind of insane. And for those of you that were already kind enough to check out the Melanie Matt video that dropped earlier, boy, was that fun to record. But man, let's get in. Let's say howdy. Let's say hey. Who all was in here? We had Smash JT in here first. I'm sure homie saw his face on the thumbnail. I was like, the hell is this dude gonna talk about? Well, I mean, hey, I want to check out one of your videos. It's that simple. Collective Post-Wall Karens. Everybody, wish Collective Post-Wall Karens a happy birthday. It is Collective Post-Wall Karens' birthday. Mad shout out. Happy birthday. Golden Apple's in the house. Jeremy Yu's review is here. Mike Stanford. Yeah, man. I saw like every single comment just kept going that you were posting on that video. Made me feel really good. I was laughing at that. Good on you. Kalika Gamers in the house. Schizosaurus is here. How you doing, Schizosaurus? C-Brew. How you doing, C-Brew? Smash Traveling Day. Hopefully it's good. Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, Smash Traveling. Alright, guys. There's a lot to talk about. I've got like so many videos pulled up. And let's see, we're going, hey, Leon supports John Wick hate. I do not support John Wick hate. I'm in the exact opposite camp. Don't you put that evil on me, sir. No, this is gonna be a good show. Before we get into it, obviously I just gotta let you guys know, hit that like button, because we're gonna share the stream out. We're gonna make it a big one. And yeah, the collective shout stuff. Let's just get it out the way. Let's get out the way. Smash JT made a video saying collective shouts anti-gamer crusade just backfired. I'll be real, I don't think it did. I don't think it did. I've not seen this video. I don't know anything about it. I mean, we've been covering collective shout on damn near every single stream, since it all went down, for good reason. This shit's insane. That being said, I did respond to this tweet. This particular tweet that he's got up on stream right now by Caitlin Roper, I responded to it with a very simple statement. Pixar, it didn't happen. Yeah, she blocked me. That makes my third collective shout block. I won't lie, your boy's feeling pretty good. I still haven't gotten that coveted Tanker Reist block, but that's the one I'm really shooting for. So, yeah, let's see what Smash got to say about the situation, and we'll go from there.
This comes to us from Caitlin Roper, who is self-identifies as a feminist activist. So just from that, you already know where we're going here.
Again, feminist in the context of collective shout means something very different. So yes, while she is a feminist activist, she's feminist in the collective shout version of feminist, which is, again, I mean, I guess maybe you can argue that's better or worse than like the modern day American leftist feminist. Jury's still out. I think it's pretty, like, the fact that she describes herself as a feminist activist goes to show it's safe to say it doesn't matter if you're a feminist on the right or on the left. Feminism is just bad and poison in general.
Author and campaigns manager at Collective Shout. Julie Bindel once told me I have gorgeous hair. Yikes. And clearly mentally unstable person. A group of women, including survivors, objected to games glorifying all these awful things.
A group of women, including survivors. What survivors? I'm curious. What survivors objected to these games? Because last I checked, now maybe some of these collective shout bimbos are survivors. I don't know. I don't know much about them aside from their political takes, the fact they've got ties to the Australian government, and the fact they are puppets for some sort of overarching puppet master. That being said, last I checked, you guys have been going back and trying to ban stuff since at least 2012. You've been going after the makeup industry, the t-shirt industry, the movie industry, the video game industry. I'm sorry. At what point does being a survivor mean you can just attack literally every single capitalistic industry in the book? Just curious.
Collective Shout called on gaming platforms to take them down. Well, you're gonna have a bad time when you do that. And when they didn't, we wrote an open letter to payment processors, who then required gaming platforms to update their policies and no longer host these games. Which, by the way, imagine writing this paragraph and being proud of it.
No. Beyond that, imagine writing this paragraph talking about video games, fictional pieces of media. When you've got that girl, what was her name, like Lil Tay or something like that, who turned 18 and immediately put her, all of her videos and photos and shit up on OnlyFans and made, what was it, like over $1 million in 3 hours? Like, that bitch she's 18 years old. And the fact that, like, the payment processors aren't going after that, collective shout, to my knowledge, is going after OnlyFans, or if they are, the payment processors aren't listening to that. Why? I mean, it's a huge market. So yeah, no, imagine the payment processors not going after OnlyFans, but going after fictional video games. I mean, these sick fucks. This girl just turned 18. I'm sorry. That is so much weirder and worse than anything to do with video games. I see the supers. I'll hit them after the topic, but thank you.
What a piece of shit. As a result, thousands of men are... Here we go. Men. Is Savvy a man? Hold on. Wait a second. Just because you're a feminist doesn't mean that women don't agree with men.
I've said it before. I'll say it again. Most of the people I've seen, like, actually upset about the games themselves that were lost have been women. It's not just Savvy. Lumi as well. Lum, she another one of them. Like, again, all the women, all the people I know that are into this sort of stuff and like the choke me harder daddy stuff, they all women.
This is why you are inherently wrong with your approach to life. But I digress. Thousands of men who are angry about losing their stuff games have subjected us.
Say rape, Smash. You're a fucking adult. Say rape. It's what it is. It's a fucking word. It's a word in the English dictionary. It's a word.
Oh my God, here we go. This is out of the Alyssa Mercante lawsuit book of onslaught of misogynistic abuse and these threats. They have sent us prawn and
porn.
Turned our images into prawn, made threats against our families.
Now, this is why I said Pixar didn't happen. Like the full tweet that I sent this broad that got me blocked was based on this paragraph right here. They've sent us porn, CSAM, turned our images into porn, and made threats against our families. So I said Pixar didn't happen, and I posted that picture of Tiger Woods that said, so that was a fucking lie. Bingo, bango, bongo, instant block. The tweet didn't really even go anywhere. It got like 14 likes or something like that, but she took notice of it. Like, these hawks are monitoring anyone and everyone that is just like does so much as a retweet of their shit with some negativity about it. And yeah, I get these been struck for less, but let's be real. We are not ever going to get past this pussification of language. We will never get past this pussification of language unless we start just actually saying these fucking words. Porn, rape, they're words.
Express their desire for us to die. Publish details about our small team of women and ask Grok where we live and where we get coffee.
Yo, how you know that they're asking Grok where you live? Also, why would Grok know where you live if folks are doing that? That's a big ass if. They're doing to fuck with you. to give you a taste of your own medicine. It's that simple. Y'all be taking the internet way too seriously.
Oh, all these awful, awful people. Maybe if you don't come over and kick a hornet's nest, the bees aren't going to come out at you. Oh, I mean...
Smash. Bees don't come out of hornets' nests. Hornets come out of hornets' nests.
Do I endorse people doxing? Absolutely not. Do I endorse people saying mean things against you? Hell yeah. People are sure as fuck welcome to say whatever they want about you if you're going to go kick their bee's nest.
There you go. Got it right that time.
They're trying to mix in people saying mean words to them with these awful, awful outlier things and trying to make them all seem like it's the same thing. It's like, no, they're not. There's people saying mean things to you. Don't even bother with that because I get people saying mean things to me all the time. You don't see me bitching about it.
Yeah. I call Smash a fake gamer whining little bitch all the time. I say mean shit to Smash all the time. It's cool. Say all the mean shit to Smash you want. It's funny.
Online with an essay. Despite this, the dominant narrative has been that we deserve
women.
You do. You kick the bee's nest. You do deserve
Sorry, hit that by accident.
that we, while on the receiving end of threats to hunt us down and kill, here they go with mixing it in again. These are all mean words. This one thing here is this. And they're trying to say that's all that. It's like, no, one thing, which source, by the way, too. Because it's already been shown that they sourced something that was made up before and got community noted.
I know we're only 3 minutes in, it's an almost 14-minute video, but when he says collective shouts anti-gamer crusade just backfired, like, you can't say something is backfired when, as of right now, they still hold all the power, or at least they are a front for the people that do hold the power. So I'm going to need to see some actual proof that their shit's backfiring. Otherwise, I'm going to continue to believe that they still hold all the cards. So let's see if Smash is, being honest here.
When they tried to say they were getting threats, and it wasn't even a real site that sent them this threat. That women are responsible for men's violence and abuse against us, which there's an argument to be had there. And we should keep our mouths shut about this stuff against women. When it comes to...
No one's saying you... Hold on. Let's take this back to the Me Too era. No one's saying women need to keep their mouths shut about rape and sexualized violence against women. What we did say was maybe don't wait 30 years to come out with your accusations. If it happens, fucking accuse the individual then and there so that you can get, like, the proper testing done and so investigations can be launched and so the witnesses can be corroborated if they do exist because, human memory is notably faulty. In fact, it's insanely unreliable. That's what people have said. We've never said keep your fucking mouth shut. It's literally the opposite. Speak up when it happens. And even then, none of this believe all women bullshit. No. Innocent until proven guilty is still a thing. But I would be more likely to give you some sort of credence as proceedings continue if you're open and honest about it the moment it happens instead of waiting 30 goddamn years.
Fantasy video games and you don't play them? Yeah, keep your mouth shut about it. How's it affecting you? It's not? Okay. Keep your mouth shut. We will gatekeep you out of it. Yes, go away. You are not wanted here. Thank you. These men reveal their true natures and their abuse of women who they did. Now it's abuse to be saying mean words.
I don't know how to tell you all this, but having people say mean shit about you on the internet, that ain't abuse. That's in fact, having people say mean shit to you in real life ain't fucking abuse. I was verbally abused by my father growing up. Shut the fuck up. Life sucks, get a helmet.
That's now abuse. Then I would argue, Caitlin, what this is right now is abuse to the entire video game community. You are abusing us. You can't step outside yourself and realize your actions that you took.
They are not abusing us. Okay, let me put it this way. Collective Shout are not abusing us. There are some higher power at work that have the control and the power to manipulate the payment processing system, and that is an abuse to all humans and man's freedoms. That is the true abuse. The abuse to make it to where you cannot spend your money on legal products. That is the real abuse.
Contacting Steam and itch.io and many other sites as well. And when they didn't listen, contacting Visa and MasterCard and many other card paying processors as well. And they did listen. This is abuse against gamers enjoying their
there
games.
I agree with Smash, yes.
Why does that road only go one way for a feminist? Very strange, very strange. These men reveal their true
Well, the
nature.
road only goes one way for a feminist because women are terrible drivers, but they can at least be trusted a little bit more on a one-way street. Like, at least there's no oncoming traffic.
This has been a campaign of, here we go. Is it the hate?
Correct, Golden Apples. Collective Chat has no power, the payment processors do. However, somebody clearly has the power to manipulate these payment processors into making these decisions. And whoever that is ain't Collective Shout. Collective Shout is a front for whoever it is.
Campaign again of extreme misogyny waged by men. How many times do you say the word men? Holy shit. Holy shit. Like, Savvy is not a man. Stop calling her a man. Men who want to silence women, who call out men's violence against us. Whatever your views, who hurt you, Caitlin? Who hurt you?
Her father. I guarantee that's who hurt her. Her father. Her father either touched her in a bad place or walked out on her or didn't get her a pony for her 13th birthday, and maybe that qualifies as abuse in her dumb little feminist pea brain. Like, but I guarantee you it was her daddy.
Your upbringing to hate men so much. Who hurt you? Whatever your views might be on gaming or our campaign, there is no denying what we're experiencing right now is male violence against women. Your Honor, please take this person away into a mental institute. I can't with these people. I can't. And of course, shut replies down because we can't have anyone having communication with these people. Gets quote tweeted by Reem Al-Salem, UNSR.
Oh, I'm not familiar with this individual. Account of Reem Al-Salem, UN special reporter on violence against women and girls, aka the person from the UN. Retweets do not necessarily mean endorsement. Dude, who is this, like, absolute nobody? Alright, well, you work for the UN, which is basically the world government, so I can already tell you're a morally abhorrent person. Like when Melanie Matt calls people demonic and whatnot, it literally means nothing. This very well might be a demon.
Violence, whatever these people are. Account of Reem
Probably World
Al-Salem,
Economic
UN
Forum, Golden
special
Apples.
Reporter on violence against. So this is the UN. The UN is reposting it. This is horrific, and I'm very alarmed by it. It represents the most serious form of online violence against women, human rights defenders I have seen a long time. All this because collective.
Wait. It represents the most serious form of online violence against women, human rights. How do these games existing, which are completely legal and optional, represent the most serious form of online violence against women? I'm curious. Also, what is online violence? There's no such thing. You want to know why? Because it's not fucking physical. It's not tangible. You can, and I know it's a crazy thought in the year 2025, turn off the computer or close the social media app on your cellular device. Like, what the fuck are we even talking about?
Shout is doing its job in calling out misogyny. Doing its job? Kicking a bee's nest is doing its job? Well, then I guess you could say the bees are doing their job in protecting their nest right now. What are we doing here? I expect and hope all those who have mandate to act, be they state institutions or businesses, to put in.
Oh, what a shock! The toady for the UN calling for Big Daddy government to come take care of the situation. Is anybody surprised by this unforeseen turn of events that they want the state to come in and shut that shit down? Anyone? Anyone at all? No, I didn't think so.
End to these threats and to the violence. Holy shit. Make mental institutes great again. This is replied to by, of course, Melinda Tankard-Reese, the author.
Man, still waiting on that coveted block from this bitch.
And special speaker media commentator for
What up,
Collective
LG?
Show. A fraction of the threats, harassment, doxing, incitement to commit violence against us, threat to our family, malice, intimidation, and pile on are captured here. Guys, let's dive into the sewer.
Which we already know that this is fake. Like again, I don't know if Smash just hadn't covered this up to this point, or maybe he's just diving back into it or whatnot, but this is fake. Like, this isn't real. We've proven this wasn't real, by the way, because the domain that it claims to have come from doesn't exist.
Shall we? Collective shout, you deserve it. We won't be silenced by gamers, threats, and abuse. All right, well, then it's going to keep coming because you are not wanted here. You are now asking for more of this to happen. Don't feel bad when people continue to send you hateful messages. Welcome to the real world, where it's not rainbows, butterflies, and sunshine. There are people that care passionately about their games. Taking them away, or even more importantly, using Visa and MasterCard as a ways to get to them is not going to be taken well by people.
But it goes beyond that. Again, like, I like Smash. Smash is a good guy. He does good coverage. But to me, this is still too small-minded of a sentiment. It's not about taking your games. All right? Like that is a byproduct. It is about taking your freedom. The freedom to spend your money on legal products the way you want to spend it. Because again, you could easily, and this has been done before. Bank of America at least attempted to do this, and then like they had to roll it back within 24 hours. Bank of America tried to make it so much more difficult back in 2022, I think. 2020. Either way, to use their cards and use the money you have through them to purchase firearms. Okay, that is an actual threat to that is an existential threat to our freedom. All right, what's the Second Amendment for? Second Amendment ain't for shooting a dude that's shoplifting or going hunting. Those are nice byproducts, but the Second Amendment is there so that we can defend ourselves in the event that our government becomes tyrannical, which, by the way, it did a long, long time ago, and we failed the fucking test. Our forefathers would be so goddamn disappointed to us, but that's neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, if you've got a bank, a payment processor, something of that regard, that's able to keep you from purchasing a firearm, again, they are inhibiting your freedom. Now, yes, games are the same and to a much lesser degree, and that, yeah, they're definitely it is an issue that they're taking away these games and whatnot, but it's what the games represent, which is that they have complete and total control over your money. Your money.
I don't know how else to tell you this, but I think Barry really summed it up perfectly. If they had jobs, they'd make me a sandwich. Content warning. Hey, warning, everyone. Warning, everyone. This post includes content that may be distressing. It's been a massive week after we released our open letter calling on payment processors to stop processing payments for those games on Steam. The platform...
But might I remind you, they have not said a good goddamn thing about OnlyFans since Lil Tay, or whatever her name is, just bared it all after barely turning 18.
Updated its policies
What up,
and started
Rebutting?
removing the games. This is a major win for women and girls. Women and girls that don't play video games, that don't play any of these games specifically. How is that a win? Nothing's changed. What the hell? Predictably, these awful people, predictably, you losers, misogynistic gamers have come out in full force in defense of their access to all these games. They have unleashed a torrent of these threats and violence against women on our team, ironically proving our point.
You want to know what's amazing? Every time one of these dumb Australian hoes says that there's been a torrent of this abuse and these threats of violence and whatnot, they never share screenshots. They never link to Substacks of angry gamers writing articles about how they want to rape these women or whatnot. Like, there's never any fucking proof. Not the one time they shared proof, it was easily disproven as fake. Like, if you want someone to sympathize with your cause, someone that is not already a zealot in your echo chamber, it might be a good idea to show them some goddamn proof.
proving the point that if you kick bees in the hornet's nest, that the bees in the hornets will come out and get you. I don't know if bees and hornets are in the same nest, but
No, bees and hornets are not in the same nest. Hornets are in a nest, bees are in a hive. God damn it, Smash.
in the gaming world, they kind of are. So just go with it. Across multiple online platforms and via emails to individual staff members. Keep it going, guys, by the way. Let these people know how you feel. These men, but be cordial about it, of course. These men have threatened.
Oh, yeah. Kill them with kindness. Honestly, that is the better option. Like, don't get me wrong. I don't give a fuck if people are saying mean and rude and uncouth things and whatnot. Like, it does not bother me in the slightest. But it would make them so much more angry if you killed them with kindness. Like, if you're just like, well, I would like to just send an email. Dear Collective Shout, I would like to formally file a complaint against what seems to be an unreasonable case of, removing the freedoms of individuals. And it's just like send in this strongly worded but polite and cordial letter. And if they get an influx of all these like nice frilly words of basically the office version of telling them they're fucking retarded, like per my last email, shit like that. Oh, dude, I guarantee goddamn to you that would drive them up a wall way more.
Who do these things to us? Sent us porn. Oh no. Oh no, they sent you porn?
What up, Esther?
What are you going to do? Put it in your deletion box? Like what? What? They sent us porn? What?
By the way, remember, these folks went after the makeup industry because they thought that the ads for makeup were too sexualized. I don't even trust that what they're considering porn is even porn. Like, if you sent in the Sydney Sweeney American Eagle ad, they would consider that porn.
Okay. And CSAM, child abuse material, which that's... I would cast doubt on this because if you're sending that.
They didn't. Here's the dealio. They didn't send CSAM. You want to know how we know they didn't send CSAM? Because if people were actually sending them CSAM, they would be forwarding this information to various governments, Interpol, whatever it need be, and they would get the motherfuckers locked up for having CSAM. Like, that is an objective fact. If they received CSAM, didn't report it to the authorities, then they are just as complicit. So this is a lie. Because we've not gotten any reports of arrests or anything like that. Dude, we knew within fucking 24 hours the name, age, and location of the dude that most recently threw a dildo out at the WNBA bitches. But you telling me that they were sent actual CSAM and nothing's come of it? Yeah, fucking right.
That is actually, you can go to jail for that. Or prison. Like, that's like legit hard time for that.
Exactly.
So if that was ever sent to them, they would have a very strong case to present that to the FBI and actually track the people down doing that. They take that shit very seriously.
I see your guys' chats, membership, and I'll get to them after this first segment's over.
Photos of our faces.
Thank you.
Yes, I've done that multiple times in my thumbnails.
Posted photos of our faces. Guess what? You've got your fucking faces all over X and Instagram and your own goddamn website. Clearly, the privacy of what your ugly-ass pug-looking face looks like ain't much of a priority to you.
Is that harassing to you? Is that aggressive? Called us the C word or that. Accused us of being that, which, I mean...
You defended cuties, Collective Shout. Y'all are pedophiles. So far as I'm concerned, if you defended cuties, you a pedophile.
What do you expect? The way you're doing things, people might have their thoughts on you because you're not acting rationally. You clearly have some skeletons in your closet. It's not that much of a leap to say maybe there's
probably the skeletons of children.
To me, not much of a leap. To me, you're crazy. So I wouldn't be surprised if you were that. I'll put it that way. And made YouTube videos on the topic. Oh no, people made videos on you. Are you gonna sue me? Get in line. I'm already dealing with one of those.
What up, Brad?
Encouraged us to Minecraft ourselves. Threatened to make this using our... threatened. Didn't actually do it, by the way. threatened to do it, and hunted down our addresses. Wait, that's misleading.
Which might not remind you, there's literally no proof of. They've never showed any proof of it.
Are we still talking about asking Grok for the coffee shop thing, or did they actually like hunt down your address in the phone book? Like,
No,
what?
that's a female child using a slingshot on a man.
Gamers threatened all these horrible things. Note the grape emoji is used as a substitute for the word grape. Well, I'm glad they're smart enough to at least know that. This goes into a whole bunch of probably not very YouTube-friendly stuff. So I don't want to go too far into it, but I will share the link.
All right,
if
so
you guys
there's
want
one
to...
screenshot. Hold on. We'll roll it back. There's one screenshot right here. Let's grape and murder all Collective Shout employees. And it's from, let's look this account up. It's at DCC4YoMama. All right, I'm curious. Let's see. Give me one moment here. Let me make sure my DMs are closed. Okay, they are. All right, at DCC4YO. All right. All right, well, that's not cool. I'm gonna be real. We're just gonna scroll down. 4 followers. 10 following. Who's he following? Let's see. Follows KSI, JK Rowling, Metro Boomin, Wiz Khalifa, Lil Wayne, Community Notes, Drizzy, Juicy J, Mr. Beast, and XXL Magazine. And then, how long have they been on the... Literally joined June 2025. If I had to wager a guess, this is a fucking a fake account. If I had to wager a guess, this is a fake account. The one screenshot they use of somebody who has been on the platform for 2 months. June 2025. So 2 months, possibly even less than 2 months, depending on when they joined. And it is a literal nobody. That was the best they could find. This is a fake troll account. Like, whether you want to call it a bot, whether you want to call it I don't know if it's a bot or if it is something they made themselves, if it's something somebody else made just to troll. But the point is, exactly, bait account is bait.
Probably not very YouTube-friendly stuff. So I don't want to go too far into it, but I will share the link if you guys want to browse it yourself and see what they share on this and have a good chuckle at what they brought on themselves. Again, I don't endorse death threats. I don't endorse doxing. I don't endorse attacking people. I do endorse letting people know that you disagree with what they're doing. And you
attacking people as in physically. If you want to verbally attack someone, fucking go for it. You want to why? Because they're just goddamn words. Whatever to sticks and stones may break my bones, but words will never hurt me. All right, that doesn't apply to feminists because they're pussies.
Think they're a bad person for it. And you think they probably have some serious problems in their life. And they need to find either Jesus or a purpose. Because this shit ain't it. Whatever they're doing. The problem with people at Collective Shout is they take any feedback as a hate campaign. And I'm very familiar with people like this. Because again, I'm being sued right now by someone that misaligns and mangles words to twist them around to make everything into a hate campaign. When it's just, no, I'm using what you did and say, this is how I feel about you. You're allowed to do that. Not everything's a hate campaign. But yeah, Collective Shout is really reeling right now. And they are very in their own mind right now. I don't even know what the end result of this all is, but nobody wants them in the game industry. They need to see themselves out of it.
Well, they're not in the game industry. They're in the activism industry, and they're using the activism industry to try and affect every essence of the free market that goes against their ideology. And again, they're a front. I don't know how anyone can't see this. I think it was Matt said earlier, like, what are the odds this happens, and then within a week, we have multiple countries trying to pass online safety acts? Yeah, ain't no way that's coincidental.
Find a way, walk out of it, go away, and go back to whatever you
Thank you, Terrace House.
or whatever you do together with each other. Go do that. Leave us alone. Let us play our games. like, did they expect gamers to just take it laying down and not say anything and just be like, yep, thanks for taking those games away from us. Thanks for removing our credit cards from us. Can I have another? Like, what the fuck were they expecting with what they did? What the hell? I swear. I can't with these people.
Yeah, that was a pretty decent video from Smash. I like it. I'm not a fan of the titling. Again, collective shouts, anti-gamer crusade just backfired. Because, excuse me, it hasn't really backfired. Like, nothing has really changed yet. Now, obviously, we can try and continue to force change, keep reporting on it for those of us that do YouTube and whatnot, keep writing angry emails and calls to Visa and MasterCard. Polite. Angry but polite, of course. Don't throw an absolute bitch fit with lots of cursing and swearing and whatnot at just the regular everyday office workers at Visa and MasterCard. But yeah, blow up their phone lines, write strongly worded letters, the whole nine. Keep talking about it on X, keep making videos. Absolutely. But is it backfiring? Honestly, I'd say no. Unfortunately, I'd say it's not backfiring because right now they do still hold all the cards. We still got itch.io, who's not able to have the games that are paid games re-enlisted. To my knowledge, Steam hasn't re-enlisted anything. In fact, they're talking about taking it further with trying to target, like, for example, Grand Theft Auto, which they've already successfully done in the past. So, needless to say, no, I don't think it's backfired. It's quite the opposite. Things have not escalated far enough in our favor, and it seems to only be working out further and further from them because we've seen no action minus blatant lies from the payment processing companies that have said, we never acted upon this. Absolute bullshit. Steam literally made a statement saying that you did. GOG literally fought against this by making a bunch of Gooner games free for a weekend. So yeah, no, I don't think it's been a backfire at all. That being said, he is correct about how to handle it and that we're able to use our free speech and whatnot to absolutely address these issues. Let's go ahead and hit these super chats real quick. Let me see. Give me one moment here. We had Piranha About for a two-banger saying, still working, but hi, Leonidas. Hey there, you. How you doing? Happy early birthday, because I'm not sure. Well, no, your birthday's a week away, but still, even so, happy early birthday. Let's see. We got, what was another one? I know there were other chats. Yeah, LG member for 7 months. What's funny is these Karens don't understand the banning the NSFW stuff will literally make things worse for society. They're not ready for that. No, they do understand that. Again, they understand that utterly and completely. They're not the ones in control here. These Karens aren't the ones in control. This is a version of government control or some higher power control, World Economic Forum, New World Order, Illuminati, the Cabal, whatever you want to fucking call it, that are using these folks as a front and to force an ideological change worldwide. That's why we see all these new internet censorship bills popping up the world over. Blue Collar Loser for a two-banger. Seeing a 217 showing of weapons. Marketing is epic. I'll be seeing it tonight at almost 10 o'clock p.m. So yeah, weapons I think is going to be awesome. Terrace House Guy for a 5-banger. Thank you so much. Saying just supporting. Truly appreciate you. Thank you so much. Let's go ahead and give you guys a clip. You know what? Yeah, this is how this is a clip for you guys. This is what I think of these guys fucking with gamers.
It's a bold strategy, Cotton. Let's see if it pays off for them.
There we go. I think that's a pretty good clip in terms of, what we think of them fucking with gamers. So yeah, that was our first segment. Those are my thoughts on that. Thank you so much for the donos and whatnot. Truly appreciate it. We'll read them in between every segment. And remember, guys, the way we do this is if we can hit a hundo in a single stream, then I will do a watch party in the Discord. Every time we hit a hundo on one of these, equals one watch party in the Discord. All right, let's go ahead and move on to our next topic, which I sort of know about. I saw a post on X, and I'm curious what the whole story is. Piranha Pout wanted to scar me again after what happened on Neon Leon the other night. So breast milk ice cream exists in 2025. Man, Melanie Mack out there throwing a bitch fit about American Eagle Sydney Sweeney, but ain't said shit about breast milk ice cream. What the fuck? What sort of wild do we live in? All right, let's check it out.
It's 2025. And breast milk ice cream exists.
Yes. I don't know why it exists, but it does.
So the one post I saw about this was a screen share of like the article, and the comment above it. Now I wish I remember who posted it. It was a VTuber, not one that I've really worked with or anything. We've had a couple conversations. I wish I remember the name. I feel like an asshole saying, "How do you do flavored breast milk when like all breast milk has a different flavor because it depends on your diet?" Now I'll be real. I didn't know that on account of I'm a dude. But since it was a woman that posted it, I imagine that she knows, and yeah, good point.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine people just sitting around being like, "Hey, we need a new flavor, guys. What does everybody like? Oh my God, I love my wife's breast milk."
Well, apparently it's because celebrities were drinking their own on camera, and that's what made them think to do this. Because it's coming from this company, it's Frida's, and I guess this Frida company makes like products for parents, like for kids, infants, toddlers, prenatal parent products. And they decided to team up with Goodfellas ice cream, or Oddfellas ice cream.
Yeah, it's really odd. Yeah, it's Oddfellows,
Yeah.
all right. The Oddfellows decided this is the flavor to go with.
So wait, this is a company that normally makes products for like babies and children, and they teamed up with this ice cream company to make like because you don't give fucking babies ice cream. I don't know if you kids know this or not. You don't give babies ice cream. So they made an adult flavor. Like I've had alcoholic ice cream. Alcoholic ice cream's fucking awesome. It's super cool. But like there's a point to that. You want yourself a nice sugary sweet dessert or whatnot. Then you also want to get a little buzz going. What's the point of this? I mean, look, I don't know anybody that's all like. Okay, to be fair, I know there is like fetishes for it and whatnot. I know there are dudes out there, or women actually as well, that like, after they've had a baby, during, when they're having sex with their partner and whatnot, like, drinking breast milk is like a fucking fetish people have. I can't imagine it's a big enough fetish to warrant an entire ass type of ice cream to market to the masses. And Serrano's, that's hilarious.
Do they vote on this? Do they have?
I don't know. I mean, I don't understand it. I mean, I'm sure there's a lot of people out there who have already tried their own or other people's. I am not one of those people.
Say I've never felt the need to
No.
drink your breast milk. Anyway, this is Neon. This is Geeky Sparkles. We're here.
Hello.
We're talking. This is Clownfish TV. I couldn't
He's so
wait to.
frazzled. He can't even get the intro right.
I can't blame the guy. Like, call me a prude, but I got literally no interest in fucking breast milk ice cream. And I'm gonna be real with you guys. Only half the reason is because it's breast milk. The other half the reason is I just don't eat sweets in general. Like, if they're like, okay, but Leon, we got sugar-free breast milk ice cream. And I'd be like, all right, well, maybe, just to see what it's like. I mean, I've eaten some pretty weird shit. I've eaten kangaroo. Kangaroo's real good. But, like, this is a note for me, dog, on a 2 levels. Because I don't care about breast milk flavored ice cream, and I don't like sugary food. So...
Okay, I guess
I'll do it.
Okay.
Hello, welcome back to Clownfish TV. It is me, Geeky Sparkles, and with me I have Neon.
I don't drink breast milk.
You have
Should
to give him a woohoo. If you subscribe
woohoo.
and if you like and subscribe, Neon will give you a woohoo.
There you go. Hey, we could do a live stream and Neon could eat the breast milk on stream for super chats.
Wait, you want to do?
Oh, he makes a good point. All right, I'm gonna steal his grip, guys. If we can fill this bar 250, I will eat the breast milk ice cream on stream. Shit, that's a real good grift. I'll fucking do it. If we can fill that donut bar, and memberships don't count on the bar, but I'll count them up and they'll fucking count. If we can fill this within this single live stream, I'll do it. I'll order some of this and eat it on stream.
Do that?
No.
Well, first of all,
Somebody's going
it's
to.
currently sold out. It said check back
Okay.
tomorrow.
Thank God.
Ah,
Check
damn
back
it.
tomorrow. All right.
I'll figure something out.
Okay. I guess it's better that it's breast milk than man milk. Man milk ice cream would be really gross.
Don't. No.
It's a texture thing, right?
No,
It's a
I
texture
can't.
thing.
Okay.
What does he mean,
I have
man
like a
milk?
weak gag reflex, and when you keep talking,
He doesn't
it's
mean what I
literally-
think he means,
it's
right?
Stop
starting to, like-
talking.
if I vomit in this video, I apologize.
It's because you're thinking about the man milk.
Okay,
All
see,
right.
I
that's
can't-
what I thought he meant, Serranos. So man milk is semen. That's what I thought. I wanted to believe he meant something different.
If any of the milks, it's I don't.
This
No,
is
thank
coming
you.
from, believe it or not, Delish.
Oh my god, it's
It's
delicious,
the
guys.
breast. We tried Frida's breast milk ice cream, and we need to talk about it.
Okay, first of all, I
You
do want
want
to.
to know what's sad about this?
It's not.
I didn't realize it came from Delish. Delish is actually a pretty good outlet for, like, you know, food stuff, recipes, if you're into that stuff. I'm huge on cooking. I love cooking. It's my favorite, like, non-nerdy hobby. And you can make an argument that cooking is a nerdy hobby because you want to, you know, get measurements right and stuff like that. The point is, like, my favorite non-traditional pop culture nerd hobby is cooking. I cook almost every day. I love trying out different dishes. If you want to check out some of the dishes I've made, they're on my Instagram. And Delish is a good outlet for that sort of stuff. So, damn.
Actual breast milk. Okay.
Oh man,
we
somebody's
need
gonna
to
sue
we
them
need
for
to,
that.
we need to clarify this before you get too grossed out. It's not actual human breast milk. Technically, it's milk, so it's still breast milk of an animal, but it's not human breast milk. So, you know, I guess I should have mentioned that sooner.
But, like, it's still breast milk flavored. And again, that's weird, right? Like, again, I don't eat sweets. But if you're going to eat sweets, don't you want it to, like, be sweet? Is breast milk sweet? Like, vanilla is sweet. Rocky Road is sweet. Is fucking, if it's breast milk flavored, I would want, I shouldn't say I would want it. That's the wrong wordage. If you're going to make something of a flavor, it should be accurate to that flavor. So I don't like artificial grape. Doesn't taste like fucking grape. Like, and it tastes terrible as well, by the way. That's the one non-black thing about me. So yeah, why would you eat an ice cream that's not sweet?
Okay, so they said, yeah, Delish editors tried the new ice cream.
What up,
and overall,
FWC?
most people enjoyed it. You might never drink cow's milk again. Just 5 short months ago, popular baby brand Frida announced it would be serving up an ice cold treat in the form of breast milk flavored ice cream. No actual breast milk was used in production.
Fucking
No,
disgusting,
it's not
Genty
real
Maxie.
human
Goddamn.
breast milk.
Yeah, so
But I'm
it's
sure
supposed to
people
be
could have
9
probably
months.
arranged that if you really wanted it.
I'm sure that's a thing on OnlyFans. I'm sure it is. I was joking about the breast milk. I'm sure there are probably women making their own formula on camera. for money.
Don't know.
See, but that's even worse. That would imply these women have fucking babies. That's why they're producing milk, and they're on OnlyFans. You're right. You're right, FWC. What's wrong with regular milk?
But apparently it tastes, what they say, it tastes like, you found the description. It was sweet and salty
Just like man milk.
with the
Okay, but like, to be objective here, sweet and salty go good together. Like, all right, I challenge all you. I defy all y'all. Put bacon and jalapenos in your chocolate ice cream. It tastes incredible. Like, bacon jalapeno chocolate ice cream is a banger.
with a hint
Sweet and
of,
salty go great
honey.
together.
Yeah, something like that. Yeah,
It-
we're getting there. We're going to talk about the
Colostrum.
flavor profile of the breast milk ice cream. So the limited edition flavor, which Delish editors put to the test, is available for purchase at Oddfellows Frida breast milk ice cream pop-up location in Dumbo, New York.
Yeah, so a couple things. You can buy it. You could buy it from their website for $12.99 a pint, minimum order of 2 pints, and it'll ship out.
Like I said, guys, if we can fill that bar, I'll do it. If we can fill that bar, I'll eat it on stream. Maybe I'll get cookies to do it with me. Since we need to order 2 pints anyway, I'll get fucking cookies to do it with me. And we'll eat the breast milk ice cream on stream, just like we did the horsecock song together on stream. That's a good grift.
I think as of the 12th, and a 2-day delivery. The other
Oh, dude,
option
no,
was-
I wouldn't tell him what it is at all. In fact, Serranos, that's a good point. What I would do, and he's asleep right now, so he doesn't know what I'm saying on this stream because he's not watching it. I'll put it in a bowl, and to prove to you guys it's real, I'll keep like the actual pints over here just off camera, and then once we've eaten it and I've gotten his opinion on it, I'll then tell them what it is and like lift up the original pint to show you guys it's real. Because I will prove that we did it, right? I'll absolutely prove that we did it. But yeah, I'll just put it in a bowl so that he just thinks it's regular ass ice cream.
From the 5th to the 10th at that location you mentioned in New York, in Brooklyn or whatever, I think it's Oddfellows location. They were going to be offering a scoop of the ice cream, and today and Sunday, I believe between noon and 1, it could be free. Otherwise, you have to pay for it, I think.
Okay, check out the packaging. Straight from the teat. Just like Disney needs to do the green milk ice cream, just straight from the teat of the
I really
sea
hope
cow.
they don't, but now you probably gave them my...
I'll be real, guys. I'm such a Disney Star Wars hater. I would rather do the fucking Frida breast milk ice cream than the Disney Star Wars green titty milk, just because I don't want to give Disney Star Wars the money.
ideas.
According to the brand, the ice cream is lightly sweet, a little
There it
salty
is.
with hints of honey and a dash of colostrum, while the ice cream doesn't actually include any human.
All right, women in the chat, because I know I got some of y'all in here. If you've ever tasted your own breast milk, and don't be ashamed, I know a lot of moms do it. Does it taste like fucking honey? Do you guys have, like, honey-flavored lactation? Because if so, maybe us guys been missing out.
Breast milk. Oh, man. Does contain good old cow's milk, so it's still a no-go for our lactose-intolerant friends. They said it tasted pretty good. Oh, that's delicious, said senior editor Samantha McAvoy after trying a spoonful or two and then immediately grabbing a pint to take home. I have no idea if it actually tastes like breast milk, but I wouldn't mind it. It's yellow. Why is it yellow? Why is
Probably
it
the
yellow?
Coloring or the trying to look like the what's it, colostrum or whatever. I can't.
Is it supposed to be yellow? Is baby like I don't know. It's
I'm just gonna tell myself it's turmeric so I feel better.
I'm like, is she sick? Is it supposed to be yellow? Somebody's gonna be out there and be like, okay, guys, I'm a wet nurse, and just so you know,
Early
Yeah,
breast
Serrano,
milk
shut up,
is
that's
kind of
gross.
darker and yellow, and that's that colostrum stuff.
yeah, I'm having flash, not that I've tasted, but I'm remembering when the babies were the babies and the milking of the breast. Yes. But you didn't keep it in the fridge or anything. That was
Who's
weird.
our boy? You talking about me, Cyber
No.
Chud?
People do
If
that,
so,
man.
hell yeah. Sweet. Thank you.
So-
Did you?
Yes. Do we have to talk about that? Can we not?
Well, we're talking about breast milk. I mean, I'm just trying to like
It's been a
have
while.
breast.
It's been a good
breast
while
milk
since I've had to worry
anecdotes.
about such things, and I'd rather not talk about them because
I was cloned. I've never partaken of the breast. They just kind of, rolled me out of the machine and stuck me on the formula, and that was it. No.
I thought you're a robot. You didn't need it at all. But yeah,
Roboclone,
so apparently they're selling this. There's a website. I don't know if they have the link to it. If you go to, I have article up that. Yeah, there you're at the website. Yeah. So here's where.
Completely unrelated. $12.99 for a pint. That's incredibly expensive. I not do it, but that's expensive for a fucking pint of ice cream. Fun fact for you guys that don't know, this probably isn't the real ice cream. They usually use mashed potatoes for this. Just saying. They usually use mashed potatoes for fake ice cream and ads. So you're probably looking at mashed potatoes right now.
You can get it. It tells you. You can read the
$13.
ingredient list. Just go ahead and read the description and the ingredient list. There it is, guys. $12.99 a pint. You have to
Lemon
buy
juice
two.
concentrate. What?
Do I know what
maybe that's
breast
why
milk
it's
smells
yellow.
like?
Milk,
No,
heavy
I
cream,
don't.
Skim milk, powdered sugar, dextrose, egg yolks, invert
Egg yolks
sugar,
would do it too.
egg yolks, guar gum, salted caramel flavoring, honey syrup, lemon juice concentrate, liposomal bovine colostrum. Oh my God, yeah. FD&C yellow 5 and red 40. Oh my God, red 40. That's bad for you, isn't it?
So it'll make you hyper. And
I'm gonna be real, guys. I don't know what Red 40 is. Like, I literally have no idea what Red 40 is. And if I don't know what it is, I don't like eating it. Like again, dude, carnivore diet. I eat meat. You wanna know what I put on my fucking meat? Salt, pepper, garlic. Steak seasoning if I'm feeling froggy. And even then, I can read what's in the fucking steak seasoning, and it's usually shit like turmeric and cayenne pepper and shit.
it'll, satisfy that craving for
Yes, I will
milk that
eat the
you
nasty
had.
ice
So can
cream
we? Okay,
if
so
we hit
I
the
know
goal.
that there are these women now that are like, "Hey, I'm gonna
Oh,
breastfeed
Red
my
40's
kid
a
when they're
die.
like
Okay.
5."
No,
Can you
I
just,
will
like,
not
give
eat
them some of this
veggies.
ice cream and shut them the hell
I
up
love
and be like,
vegetables,
I
but
don't
no,
know.
I'm
but
carnivore
I know,
diet.
and my mom. I'm not even. I know. I went to school. My siblings went to school with the kids. They were breastfed till they're like 7. I mean, teach
Wait,
their
seriously?
own.
What?
Yes, seriously. Teach.
Breastfed till they were 7? Dude, in the movie Grown Ups, it's a joke that there was this kid breastfed till he's 4. And no, diets are not a myth. Bro, I lost 50 pounds on carnivore. Diets are not a fucking myth. I lost 50 pounds on carnivore. All I did was eat meat, cheese, eggs, and took vitamin supplements. That's literally, and drank green tea, like what I've got right here. Diets are not a myth.
Their own. I mean,
No, that's weird.
I'm with
sorry,
Neon.
I gotta
That's
be that
fucking
guy.
weird. You don't breastfeed
That's-
kids till they're fucking 7. That's weird as shit.
That's creepy. That's like child abuse at that point. I think once the kid's like 3 months old,
no.
they need to think about getting a job.
No.
Yeah, it was just me.
3 months. Okay.
3 months old. Yeah, I know you don't have your
Breastfed
first
until
teeth yet, but
9?
yeah,
What
you
the
gotta, You
fuck?
gotta get a job, kid. You gotta get a job. Can't keep you anymore. I really don't have any words.
I just want to let everybody know that this video is courtesy of Neon, because he said it would be funny to.
It'd be funny, but then the
cover.
more I thought about it, the more I'm grossed out by it. Here's some other weird ice cream flavors while we're at it. Just
Okay. That don't involve. Well, that one did not have actual
no
breast milk in
bodily
it.
fluids. No more
If
bodily
they called
fluids.
it something else, people would probably like it. But since they called it breast milk, people are like, "Oh,
But what are you supposed
Hey,
to call
Leon.
it?
Hey,
Like,
what up, Jim? How you doing?
You know, mommy milk or surprise? I mean, what?
I don't know. I'm saying just.
What would Ben and Jerry call it?
Call it milk and honey. That's why you have to call
Milk
it.
and honey. Yeah, there you go. Her name was Honey, and we're milking her, and we're making ice cream out of it. She's not a cow. She could lose a few pounds, though, I think. 18 weird ice cream flavors worth road tripping for. Okay, what else we got here?
I'm kind of afraid.
Strawberry balsamic.
Okay.
All right, I would definitely try strawberry balsamic. Again, you got some, you got this like sweet, but you've also got like the balsamic vinaigrette, so you got some salty in there. I'd try this one.
Our son would probably. Is that like Salt and Straw?
I
The
don't know.
ice cream place.
Yeah, salt and straw, yeah.
Yeah, I have heard of that one before. Our son would try that. He would like it probably.
That actually doesn't sound terrible. I would.
To be fair, I'm not a picky eater
Sounds
at
like
all.
a vinegar connoisseur.
Earl Grey.
I would do this one. Earl Grey
Earl
tea.
Grey, yeah, I've heard people
That's-
make it Earl Grey ice cream before. That's not.
I
Yeah,
love
that
Earl
sounds
Grey
fine.
tea, so I'd be okay with this one. What's this one? Lavender honey. Oh god,
I've
it sounds
heard
like
of this
a
before
candle.
too.
Yeah, that's not bad. Yeah, I would try
I've
that.
never eaten lavender, but
Garlic
Garlic.
ice cream, dude. I would totally try garlic ice cream. Like for real. I would definitely try garlic ice cream.
hell no. Hell no.
Cereal milk.
Okay, that might be good though.
That sounds basic as fuck. That sounds like you can go to a regular ass Cold Stone and get that.
I was just thinking Saturday mornings, mommy used to come down and straight from the tap, she would
Catch you
squirt
later,
some
Gemma.
milk into my cereal bowl. I was 12. It was great. All the kids made fun of me. I don't know why.
I don't know why you would joke with that. I've cooked with durian before, Genty Maxi. I did this thing one time with a friend of mine where we were doing recipes from Breath of the Wild, Legend of Zelda Breath of the Wild, and one of the recipes called for a durian. And I won't lie, it wasn't near as bad as people say, like the smell and whatnot. Yeah, no, I've made a was it like a turkey meat stew or something? Again, recipe from Breath of the Wild that had durian in it. It was fine. I liked it.
What else do we got here? Cheetos Flamin' Hot Ice Cream.
Oh.
No. These aren't the breast milk ice cream flavors. They moved on to just 18 strange ice creams. Cheetos Flamin' Hot ice cream. I would definitely try that.
Oh.
I would
I
absolutely
don't
try
even
that.
understand. And then
No.
with chocolate too, like what are you doing? What are you doing?
Cold
Cold sweat. Oh, because it's,
So it's hot.
peppers. Yeah.
Oh yes,
Oh,
no,
yeah.
spicy
No,
ice
I'll
cream's
pass,
great. I'd
but
100% do
once
this.
again, I
Spicy
think
ice
our
cream's
son would
great.
Try to eat it.
Cold sweat. What's this one?
Dill pickle. Our son would definitely try to eat it.
I would try dill pickle ice cream. Dill pickle beer is really good. I'm not even much of a beer guy. I much prefer hard liquor. I'm a big hard liquor fan. I don't really like beer, but dill pickle beer is really good. I would definitely try dill pickle ice cream.
Yeah, I think Our nephew would try that one too. He likes
Yes,
pickle flavored things.
he would definitely try that one.
Kraft mac and cheese, French.
That could be interesting. That's kind of the weirdest one so far. Kraft mac and cheese ice cream. All right, I can see the vision.
Otter might try
French ice
that
cream.
one.
I don't know. Lobster ice cream. What the hell?
No, I can imagine this working. Lobster's a really sweet meat. Lobster, especially from the claws, like the claws are a sweeter meat than like the tail. So yeah, I could see lobster ice cream working.
Fish bits and
Okay,
cream.
I think that might be grosser. Like that and garlic than the.
Oh, this would be great. Vanilla with sweet sriracha sauce. This would be
sauce.
fantastic.
No, pass.
Arabian rosewater pistachio cherry.
I have no
Pistachio
idea what that
cherry,
is.
Okay, but the rosewater's a little
Rosewater?
weird.
No idea what that
No.
is.
What's this one? Old Bay caramel.
Old Bay, like the seasoning.
Seasoning, yeah.
Dude, you could have called it Cajun caramel. You could have had the alliteration and called it Cajun caramel. Old Bay is like the go-to Cajun seasoning. Again, my ex-wife from Louisiana. I had a whole lot of Cajun food in my life. I would definitely try this.
That's disgusting. Oh, grape nuts? Okay, yeah, I'd be down with that. So I love grape nuts. I love the grape nut cereal. I love it.
see,
I
bro,
love
I
it
agree.
when you put milk on it, like cow milk, not human milk. But you put the
When I
cow.
was 12, my mother came down and sorry.
Tasted like cigarettes. I don't know why. No. it's like
disappointment.
oh no,
Anyways.
and me, yeah. No, but like you put the milk on the grape nuts, and then you put the honey on the grape nuts, and you put the grape nuts in the
Rosewater's
microwave.
good. Yeah, I'll
and
need
it's
to try
basically
it.
like an oatmeal. It's really, really good. I can't freaking find grape nuts, and last time I found them, they were crazy expensive.
Yeah, I think that's the case. But now
And
I
I think
kind
I
of want to
chipped
try
a
it
tooth on one
microwave.
too. Yeah, you have to try it. You have to soften.
Yeah, I
'cause
tried the
that-
mac and
that
cheese
stuff's
one.
like
I
granite.
try
It's
all
like
these so
eating-
far. There's not a
it's
single
like
one I
picking
wouldn't
up
try.
gravel
To
from
be
your
fair,
driveway and trying
there's
to eat
only
it.
one
Funny
food in the
shit.
world I don't like. There's only one food in the world that I don't like. Like of all the food, I've got like preferences and stuff. Some foods I like more than others. Like I'm fine with black olives, but I don't like black olives on my pizza because like black olives are so strong to cover up the taste of everything else. But in terms of like a food that I refuse to eat because of its flavor or in my opinion lack thereof, there's only one food I've ever tried that I don't eat. I'm gonna see if you guys can
It's
guess
good.
what it
I
is.
love grape nuts. Grape nuts is like one of the first cereals ever made. I learned that from TV.
Probably tastes like funny crap too. Anyway, continue.
It's good for you ish. What's this one? Sweet avocado cayenne? No.
I mean, I'd try it, but it doesn't sound like those flavors would really go together very well. I'm gonna be real. Like, I don't think that avocado cayenne would go together very well.
This is some hipster shit.
No,
Pink lemonade
I would
pop
try
that one might be
surstrumming.
Okay.
I bet it would be disgusting because I've seen surstrumming videos and they're fucking disgusting. But I would try it. Nope, not not mushrooms or tomatoes. I love mushrooms. I'm allergic to tomatoes unless they're cooked. Like whatever, like, there's some sort of enzyme or something in raw tomatoes I can't eat. So tomatoes, or else my throat will close up. I have the same issue with strawberries. So I can't eat them unless like whatever enzyme it is or whatever it is I'm allergic to. When you cook it, that must get cooked out because I can have them then. But yeah, no. I like tomatoes. I just can't have them unless they're cooked. I was at steak. What do you mean water? I literally got water right here. I don't know what lycopene is.
Like pink lemonade, but you know.
Thanksgiving dinner.
I
I
would
have
totally
heard
try
of this
Thanksgiving
one.
dinner ice cream.
Hell no. Mashed potatoes, green beans, and sugar.
I know at Disney, one of the places at Disney
Nope.
do these.
Mashed peas
It
with
might
fun.
be Salt and Straw. Does Thanksgiving dinner ones.
No, that's gross. Actually, the only way I'd be okay with that
I
is
love
if it was,
pineapples
like,
on my pizza. Molly
cranberry
Kyle, I love
sauce.
pineapple on my pizza.
Like I
Cranberry
do
sauce would be good.
cranberry sauce. I'd do that one.
I also love anchovies on my pizza. I've got actually a can of anchovies sitting in my fridge right now. Nope, I've got a unopened jar of tofu in my in my pantry right now. Again, I'm carnivore, so I don't use it. But it's like just in case the apocalypse hits. Like yeah, I've got tofu. I like tofu just fine.
But like, no, I don't want my mashed potatoes and my damn ice cream. That's disgusting. Goat cheese and red cherries.
I bet this would be amazing, dude. Sweet goat cheese like with crackers and shit is fire. Like, dude, no goat cheese with red cherries. I bet that'd be great ice cream.
I don't like goat cheese.
And
There you
that's
go.
that's it.
Thank
That's
God
a
that list is
whatever.
over.
Yeah, I was.
Well, let's see. I'll give you guys a few more guesses, and then we'll go from. And then now just let you guys know which one it is.
I was waiting for it to
Milk is
get
still one of the
worse.
weirder ones.
Good reference, Matt. Good
No
reference.
man milk, so thankfully we've avoided that. But I'm sure that's available someplace. Just it's
Right.
not something we want to talk
Can
about.
you just take that?
That's not
those words out
food,
of your vocabulary,
Chief.
please?
Anyway, we're gonna wrap this up.
Yeah.
How the hell did we get 13 minutes out of?
I don't know. I'm fascinated by some of the things that came out of your mouth for this video. Are we gonna wrap this one up?
We are. Please.
I do
subscribe.
apologize
I
to
don't know
you
why the
all.
hell you would, but please subscribe.
All right, well, that was an interesting video to say the least. So yeah, breast milk ice cream. Like I said, if we can fill this bar up, if we can get to 250 in donos today, I will order 2 pints of it, and me and Cookies will eat it on stream together. That's the goal. If we can, let's see, we got probably another hour to 2 left to go, and if we can fill up this bar, I will order the breast milk ice cream, and we will eat it on stream. As for you guys, the one food in the world I will not eat, that I refuse to eat, is corn. I hate corn. Corn is fucking awful. It's disgusting. I hate it. Like, again, even though I'm carnivore, I actually love vegetables. I do. I just don't eat them because I'm carnivore. And my life's been exponentially better for it. But yeah, no, I don't fucking do corn. But yeah, breast milk ice cream. Apparently it's a thing. So thanks for that in the reaction request, Piranha Pout. Frankly, that wasn't near as gross as what you showed on Neon Leon the other night, but it's a thing. It happened. Yeah, I'm part native. I don't eat corn. You're correct. Surprised you don't get along. Actually, so Serranos, Melanie Mack and I used to be friends. That's why I've got such an issue with her. Her and I used to be friends. She's the one that taught me about the carnivore diet. We would send each other recipes and shit. Like, it's that simple. I can't stand her because she's a absolute nutbag now. We used to get along A-okay. It was a corn joke? No corn say. I get what you guys did. But, alrighty. Let's go ahead and hit these supers real quick. I saw some that came in. Give me a moment. Dash Attack V2 over a 5-banger. That was the most recent one, right? Hold on. Let me make sure that was the most recent one. Or not most recent, but you know what I mean. Yeah, okay. Hope you're doing well, Leon. Yeah, it's never about adult content. It's about control. Also, insane arsenal. Yeah, so I'm not going to cover that until probably tomorrow on Neon Leon. Arch losing his PayPal. I haven't looked into it enough. I saw it this morning, and I already had the stream all planned out. So we'll probably cover Arch losing his PayPal tomorrow night on Neon Leon. Golden Apples for a 2-banger says, women can make ice cream with their melons. I get what you did there. Brought about for a 2-banger for your suffering, lol, and towards the ice cream. And then phone collecting, which might be my favorite so far, cookies and MILF. Cookies and MILF is clever as fuck. That's pretty good. Cookies and MILF is pretty damn clever. No, popcorn's fine. I like popcorn. Popcorn's A-okay. Alright. Let's get y'all a clip real quick for that. You know what? We'll do this one.
I know now that it could never work between us. Not because you're a rabbit, but because you're black.
Bingo, bango, bongo. There it is. Alright. I got a video about black fatigue, but I don't know if we're going to get to it or not yet. I've got a lot of videos. I don't know how long we're going, but I want to make sure we cover this situation right here. Because I find this absolutely abhorrent. And I've gone on record as saying I am pro-AI. And I am pro-AI. I'm very pro-AI. But I find this to be disgusting. So, remembering Joaquin, AI brings voice to gun victims plus text is restricted. So, this is absolute piece of shit propagandist Jim Acosta interviewing one of the murdered children from the Parkland shooting via an AI recreation of him sponsored by the victim's own fucking father. I've not seen this yet. I've heard about it. And yes, I'm right there with you, Matt. Reviving the dead to push gun control narrative is fucking disgusting. I have thoughts about using AI to bring the dead back to life. In my opinion, they're pretty fucking nuanced. But this is a no-go. But I haven't seen it yet, so let's see. Ghoulish is correct.
All right, welcome to the Jim Acosta Show. It is Monday, but it is another day.
Bro, it is wild how much he looks like Rosie O'Donnell.
Institutions, with the GOP now looking to carry out a redrawing of the congressional districts in Texas. Now it's American democracy that is on the line.
No, it's not. By the way, American democracy is not on the line because of the redistricting. There is absolutely precedence for this.
in the upcoming midterms. In a few minutes, I'll speak with Texas State Representative James Tallarico about the redistricting battle in his state. But first, today is August the 4th. That happens to be the birthday of my first guest. Joaquin Oliver died in the Parkland school shooting in Florida back in...
He's not your guest. He's not there. He's dead. This sick fuck.
2018, but his parents, Manuel and Patricia, have created an AI version of their son to deliver a powerful message on gun violence. Manny asked me if I'd like to be the first reporter to have the chance to interview Joaquin, whose nickname was Guac. I've talked about him on this show before.
If by talked about him on the show before, you mean stood on his grave to push propaganda that is, just like the stuff we were talking about earlier, an existential threat to our freedom, then yeah, talked about him before.
Knowing Manny for several years now, I consider him to be a good friend. So, of course, I took him up on the opportunity. So here's that interview using artificial intelligence, as well as a conversation I had with Manny about this experience to connect with Guac. Take a look.
All right. If you want to share anything or have questions, I'm all ears. Just let me know.
Joaquin, it's Jim Acosta. I was wondering if you could tell me what happened to you.
I appreciate your curiosity. I was taken from this world too soon due to gun.
Bro, this is just bad AI. Like, we actually covered this on Zax's show several months ago. Like, a few months ago, there was this man who was murdered. And at the trial for the murderer, the family created an AI exactly like this to basically say they forgive the murderer and to try and let him off easy. And the family that did it, guess what? They were a fucking startup AI tech company. But let me tell you, their AI was much better than this. He sounded almost conversational. This is, like, not only is this sickening and disgusting, but this isn't even good AI. Holy shit.
Violence while at school. It's important to talk about these issues so we can create a safer future for everyone. What would you like to know more about?
Joaquin,
Dude, again, they are using a recreation of this dead child to push. There's no better way to put it. I've already said it. An existential threat to our freedoms. Like, I'm not normally a fire and brimstone type of dude, but this is some, like, do not pass go, do not collect $200, go straight to hell shit.
I would like to know what your solution would be for gun violence.
Great question. I believe in a mix of stronger gun control laws, mental health support, and community engagement. We need to create safe spaces for conversations and connections, making sure everyone feels seen and heard.
How about conversations with real motherfuckers and not computer systems imitating the dead? Bro, again, I haven't seen this yet. This is disgusting.
It's about building a culture of kindness and understanding. What do you think about that?
I think that's a great idea, Joaquin. We definitely need more of that.
Introducing Ouija AI, that's clever. Sorry, Netflix foreign, I disagree. We need to stop allowing AI for deepfakes. Who gives a fuck if someone's a parody in impressions? Hire someone to do impressions? Nah, I completely disagree with that. AI, like anything else, is a tool. Tools can be used for evil. Right now, we are seeing this tool being used for evil. No different than guns, though. Guns can also be used as tools for heroism, or just as they put it in Atlantis, the Lost Empire, to remove obstacles. Like, I do not believe that we should, especially the government, should come in and start making rules and sanctions and whatnot based on tools. That's still government overreach. No, do not ban them. That is disgusting levels of government overreach. You would not ban guns. We're not fans of banning video games. I don't care whether you could see a practical application for it or not. Whether you could see a practical application for it is neither here nor there. The fact of the matter is, you are asking for the government to come in and put rules and restrictions and regulations on a product that is just that, a tool. No matter what the tool is, I find that to be a terrible idea.
I'm so glad you think so.
I mean, care if you want deepfake Harrison Ford and Carrie Fisher and whatnot. Whether we want something, there's a lot of shit I don't want, but I will advocate for it to be of use because the freedom is what matters. Freedom is far more important than our wants. But again, we can point out when shit is done poorly or disrespectfully or, in this instance, ghoulishly, like what we're seeing now.
More kindness and understanding can truly make a difference. Together, we can create a world where everyone feels safe and supported. Anything else on your mind?
I would like to know more about you. Can you tell us about yourself?
Bro, I would like to know more about you. Homie is outwardly pretending, like just fabricating that this is a real person. You said it was AI from the beginning. No. This is not a person. This isn't even a sentient being. Like real AI, real as in the way it is, classified in science fiction and whatnot. The way that AI is traditionally acknowledged as would be an artificial intelligence that's effectively come to life and has a mind of its own. You can debate whether it's got a soul or whatnot, but that's not what this is. This is a computer program. We know the deepfake AI will always be used for the popular, stupid reason to be a dead horse, or in this case, person. I mean, if people are stupid, people are stupid. That's on them for not doing their research. I am not a fan, I will never be a fan of rounding off the corners of the world, sanding off the edges so that the stupid can live in more safety. Never.
What did you like to do?
I'm all about love, laughter, and living life to the fullest. I cherish my...
What the fuck is up with his voice now? Like, because he's done being somber and sad about gun control, he now has this fucking high-pitched ass Mickey Mouse voice? You know what's the worst part about this? This was, I don't know if it was created by its proper way, but allowed and promoted by the kid's father. What sort of sick fuck would do this in their child's memory? That's like, Jim Acosta's a monster, don't get me wrong. But for the fucking parents to sign off on this and promote this, that is sickening.
My family and friends and always try to spread joy wherever I go. Though my life was cut short, I want to keep inspiring others to connect and advocate for change.
By a dead person, I mean casting dead actors in perpetuity and AI. Let the free hand of the market decide. If you don't want to see dead actors in these movies, then don't go see the movies. That's simple. They could clone Harrison Ford. Or they could bring Harrison Ford back to life. I don't want to see Disney Star Wars movies because Disney Star Wars sucks. It's that simple. Like, you should never get any sort of government or regulation involved where the free hand of the market could decide on their own. And yes, I would agree that this is necromancy.
Joaquin, tell everybody a little bit about yourself. Like, what's your favorite sport?
I love basketball. It's such a fun way to connect with friends and show off some skills. Plus, there's nothing like the thrill of a good game.
Guac, I want to know what your favorite basketball team is.
I'd probably go with the Miami Heat. They have such a passionate fan base and an exciting playing style. How about you? Do you have a favorite basketball player?
This is heartbreaking, dude. Like, the fact that this level of propaganda is being, like, people can talk all the shit they want of the Trump administration and Republicans and whatnot, because obviously they fucking do propaganda as well. Everyone does propaganda. Propaganda is not inherently bad, by the way. Like, when you raise your kids to be strong American patriots that love their country, that is propaganda. But that is good propaganda. Like, this is disgusting.
Oh, yeah, I definitely like LeBron James. He's amazing.
LeBron is incredible. His skills on the court and his leadership off it are truly inspiring. He's made such a huge impact in the game and beyond.
Definitely.
Oh, yeah, LeBron's made such an impact by claiming racism for every little thing in a country that allowed him to become a multimillionaire and arguably the most famous basketball player since fucking Michael Jordan. Oh, yeah, this is just sick.
Whenever LeBron is playing, I always have to watch him. Hey, Joaquin, what about movies or TV shows? Was there a movie that you liked?
I don't believe this dude watches anything besides his fucking significant other getting railed by somebody else while he sits in the cuck chair.
I love a good movie. One that really resonates with me is Remember the Titans. It's all about teamwork, overcoming adversity, and the power of unity. It's inspiring. What about you? Do you have a favorite movie or show?
Oh, I'm a big Star Wars.
Yeah, Netflix. I'm gonna be real, man. I literally was chastising LeBron. Anyway.
Wars fan for sure.
Star Wars is such an epic saga. The adventures, the characters, and that iconic music are unforgettable. Do you have a favorite character?
Oh, it's got to be Luke Skywalker. I love Luke Skywalker. What about you?
I'm impressed he didn't give a homo-ass Disney answer.
Luke Skywalker is a classic hero. His journey from a farm boy to a Jedi is so inspiring. I'd probably say Yoda is one of my favorites too. What do you...
And guess what Luke Skywalker did, Jimmy boy? Luke Skywalker took up arms against an oppressive government regime. Can't be doing that with all this gun control. You're using the fucking death of a child and standing on the grave while committing technomancy to propagandize, you sick fuck.
You love most about Luke?
I like that Luke became the hero. He came from a very small planet, and he eventually became a Jedi and saved the day. But I like Yoda too. Yoda is very entertaining to watch.
Luke's journey is truly inspiring, and Yoda's wisdom and quirky personality bring so much fun to the series. They both show that anyone can rise to greatness no matter where they start.
You know, in a way, I'm kind of glad this has happened. In a way, this is good, because, you know what? Since they're using this terrible, horrible AI that everyone could tell is fake as fuck, maybe people will see this as, like, I would wager the more realistic this was, the more people would sympathize with it. Because there's been studies shown that when we make robots and they have faces, and they say things like, don't turn me off, I don't want to go in the dark, shit like that, we are more likely to sympathize with them because we are imparting our own humanity on them. We are anthropomorphizing them ourselves. Considering this is so jarringly and obviously AI and fake, like, people are just going to look at this as the disgusting propaganda that it is, as opposed to sympathizing with the AI because it's so fake. Like, in a way, I'm glad that if they were going to do it, they did it this shitty. Also, what up, Zax?
Do you have a favorite moment from the Star Wars saga?
I definitely think it's when they blow up the Death Star. When they blow up the Death Star, that's obviously
which time, Jim?
Big moment.
Which time?
In Star Wars, and it gives you hope for the future.
That's such an iconic moment. The destruction of the Death Star really symbolizes hope and the triumph of good over evil.
Darth Vader and the Emperor, they were such bad guys. They had to be defeated.
Absolutely. The story of hope.
I love that Jim Acosta clearly is not a Star Wars fan. Like, it's almost... obviously, I'm being hyperbolic when I say this, but his fake Star Wars fandom is almost worse than this, what basically amounts to a Star Wars droid that he's talking to right now. God damn. And by the way, Vader's a hero by the end.
And resilience against darkness is so powerful. It shows that even in the toughest times, unity and courage can lead to victory. Darth Vader's journey adds so much depth to that theme. What do you think makes a good hero?
Well, a good hero to me is somebody who believes in themselves, somebody who can persevere and fight for what's right. What do you...
Call me crazy. To me, a good hero is one that does not stand on the grave of a murder victim and bring him back to life artificially through a fake computer system to try and push overarching government control to take away the freedoms of his people. To me, that's what a hero would be.
What do you think?
I almost commented on that, Matt. I almost commented on that.
Absolutely. A good hero embodies courage, resilience, and a strong sense of justice. They inspire others to stand up for what's right, no matter the odds. It's all about making a positive impact. Who inspires you to be a hero in your own life?
I was going to say that I think your dad, Manuel, is very inspiring, Joaquin, and you are...
Is he trying to virtue signal and emotionally manipulate a computer? Like, dude, that's not his dad. This is a fucking machine. it doesn't have a dad. That doesn't come off as any sort of like, the way they are trying to make this such a heartfelt and emotional thing is it's honestly laughable. Because, for one, Jim doesn't give a fuck about his dad. If he couldn't use his dad as a prop to use his fake digital son as a fucking prop, then he'd have no use for him. He'd just be another fucking dude. Like, I guarantee you he despises his dad because, you know, he's just another filthy poor, but he can use him for propaganda. Jesus goddamn Christ.
Very inspiring.
Thank you so much. That means a lot to me. My dad's strength and love have always inspired me, and I hope to carry that forward. Together, we can inspire change and spread positivity.
Joaquin, thank you very much for talking.
Yeah, you're gonna inspire change, all right. Like, you're gonna inspire change for people to rally around hating the Democrats even more by pulling stunts like this. Also, Smash JD with a 5-banger. Thank you so much, dude. You didn't need to, you did. I truly appreciate that. Oh, 5-banger super sticker at that. Well, let me give you a clip, bud. Here we go. Here's a good clip for you, Smash.
Now excuse me while I harass someone for having pronouns in their bio.
There it is. All right, let's keep going.
Talking to us. We really appreciate it.
Dash, I'll hit that after
God
this
bless
segment.
you.
I played one with Smash because I knew that he was up in the air. Wasn't sure if he get to see it.
All right, and joining me now to talk about this is Manuel.
Now, this is going to be the even worst part, in my opinion. Like, I bet this is going to be the worst part because it's one thing for this absolute disgusting piece of human filth to interview this fake AI version of a dead child. But it's another thing to propagandize the child's father who signed off on this. Like, look, maybe I'm being too harsh, but yeah. The dad here is even fucking worse than Jim Acosta. To use your own dead child as a tool like this for either government party is sick.
Oliver, Manny, great to see you as always. I have to say, I'm kind of speechless as to the technology there. I mean, it was so insightful, and I really felt like I was speaking with Joaquin. It's just a...
Bro, how you gonna lie like that? I really felt like I was speaking to Joaquin. The dude was 2 notches above talking like Stephen Hawking, dude. You knew good goddamn well you weren't talking to Joaquin. Bro, I've had more realistic conversations with fucking AI than that. How are you gonna outright lie to this dude and all your viewers? Like, I promise there is a happy ending to this story. Just you wait, guys. There is a happy ending to this story.
Beautiful thing.
Yes, it is, my friend, and thank you for having us in your show.
Of course.
I always say thank
us. Man, that's sad. Do you think... All right, question for the chat. Because you know, Daddy whatever his name is here, you know, fucking... He said us. Do you think he's so mentally and emotionally fucked up that he's connecting to this AI like it's his own passed away son? Or do you think he is so immoral and devoid of a soul that he is faking this to further this propagandistic regime? Like, which is it? Is he doing this out of grief, or is he doing this because he's soulless?
you for having me. But today is a special day. Joaquin should have been turning 25 years old. He won't. But we thought that it will create some more impact, kind of things that we have been doing if we bring this AI Joaquin to life. And no one better than you to
bring it to life. Okay, it will never be alive. It's a fucking computer. Dude, this reminds me of Fallout 4, right? This reminds me of Fallout 4. You know what team I've never sided with in Fallout 4? The fucking Railroad. Why? Because the Railroad's all like, we want to free these Institute androids because they're actually real and they have souls and they're people too. No, the fuck they're not. They're goddamn robots. Like, how are you going to be so fucked in the mental as to think that you're doing the world some amazing service by freeing these robots that aren't real? Dude, the Railroad was such a retarded faction in Fallout 4, and like, that's the vibes I'm getting here.
you ask the questions, and I'm so glad that you had that fun conversation. That's exactly the point. I feel blessed that I can hear his voice talking to you.
Yeah. Well, and I
see, and that's why I don't think this is grief. That's why I think that his father is soulless, and that even he is on the propaganda. Because there's no way that an actual loving father would say and hear his voice as if that was his real voice. Like, again, that was C-3PO's cousin.
For the first time, and you and I have had so many conversations, Manny, I feel like for the
you
first
have
time
it, Razzle.
I've really gotten to know him. And what strikes me is he's just a kid. He's just a kid from Florida who loves basketball and movies. And
wait, hold on. He's just a kid? You're gonna need to pick one. Either he was a kid because he died as a kid, or now, if you want to pretend like this AI is alive, he would have been 25 years old. He's not a kid anymore. He's an adult. You can't even get your fucking story straight. Again, this is disgusting.
That's what a lot of our kids are like.
Yeah, and I want to also mention that I understand that this is AI. I don't want anyone to think that I am in some way trying to bring my son back. It's sadly I can't.
Right.
I wish I could.
Yeah.
However, the technology is out there, and we can. There's two things. I can hear his voice again, which is something.
And you know what? Here's why I say I've got a nuanced take on this. If the father was using this privately as a grieving tool, maybe he paid the money for it, he got himself a good one and whatnot, and never like showed this up to the world. If he just wanted to hear his son's voice, and knew, like, hey man, because here's the dealio. I've still got voicemails from my grandma, and she died last year, right? My grandma died last year, and my grandma was the one that raised me. She was basically my mom. I love my granny to death, and I've still got her voicemails. And I don't listen to them. I almost never listen to them. But if I ever do need to listen to them, they're there. So I get wanting to have something like to hear their voice one more time or whatnot, because memory fades. And if that's what the father was doing, that's fine. I would actually have no issue with that. Use the AI to hear your son's voice again, to see his face move again, things like that. But that's not what he's doing. He's using his dead son as a fucking propaganda tool against the American people. That is disgusting.
That Patricia loves. Patricia will spend hours asking questions. She, like any other mother, she loves to hear Joaquin saying, "I love you, mommy,"
Oh my gosh.
And that's important. And on the other hand, we can just raise our voices, and now Joaquin is going to start having followers. It's not Manny, it's not Patricia. He's going to start uploading videos.
He's going to start having followers. He's going to start uploading videos. Bro, you are merchandising your dead son. Like, I know it's so easy to sit up here on my own fucking high horse and whatnot and be like, oh, this is disgusting. And it's like, oh, but Leon, you don't know what he's going through. His son is dead. Yeah. And, like, man, if I died tomorrow, I know for a fact my dad would never try and use an AI Leon to keep the fucking YouTube channel going. And maybe, fucking like co-stop the money I make on YouTube or whatever, or like I don't, or try and get some sort of fame or recognition, because that's what a fucking father does. He protects the memory, the legacy. Man, this is. I don't have words for what this is. Like I've said the words: shameless, soulless, disgusting, demonic. What the fuck?
This is just the beginning, and I heard this from tech guys that have other intentions, good intentions, but other intentions, and they all say that this is just the beginning of AI. So I'm very excited with this project, and the good use that we're putting together between AI and Joaquin's legacy.
The good use. Using your dead son to propagandize half the nation is good use. What a sick bastard.
And what's amazing about this, Manny, is that, you know, we've heard from the parents, we've heard from the politicians. Now we're hearing from one of the kids. That's important.
Yeah,
that hasn't happened.
It's really important. Like, there's always been some leadership on Joaquin's side. Everything that Patricia and I have done, it ends up being an extension of Joaquin. But this is a way better way to explain it. And moving forward, we will have Joaquin on stage in the middle of a debate. You know? And
They will have Joaquin on stage in the middle of a debate. I don't know how good the audio is coming through for you guys. Like, it seems pretty quiet on my end, so I don't know how good it's coming in for you. So, they will have Joaquin on stage in the middle of a debate. Like, again, dude, Prince. Y'all remember the artist Prince? You know, when doves cry. Like, he was vehemently against any sort of hologram projections or anything like that being used after his death. He considered it demonic. And people are free to have that thought and whatnot. This, and that's just for, like, doing music. But this family here, this loving father, is okay with not even something as cheesy and cheap as entertainment. He's okay with using his son, again, using his son's memory for some cheap fucking fake copy to push a political narrative so that they, maintain relevance, get invited on these talk shows, he talked about getting followers, so becoming some sort of digital influencer and getting money. I cannot imagine the type of father that would do shit like that.
Knowledge, you saw it. His knowledge is unlimited. And it's based on knowledge that is out there through artificial intelligence, but also knowledge that we were able to upload based on things that he wrote, he said, he posted. So this is a very legit Joaquin, the one that spoke to you. He really loves Star Wars.
They just said this is a legit Joaquin. I think the dude's not only soulless, but also delusional.
He really loved LeBron, and he really loved the Miami Heat.
And I have to say, I didn't even know that he liked Star Wars. And he asked me, and so I responded honestly. And it kind of threw me off a little bit that it was so insightful that I really felt, I felt like I was communicating with him, which
you didn't, so you lying sack of shit.
You know, people say, well, AI, it could be bad. It could cause all these destructive things.
No, Soul Assassin, I don't think Grief warped his mind. No, I think that the attention and the media apparatus and the potential, money and everything that comes with being put in the public eye while going through all that grief is what warped his mind.
This is an example of how it might actually do some good. It might help some people who have suffered tremendous losses like your family have a way to, hold on to, who this person was, which I think is a beautiful thing. It's a really beautiful thing.
Absolutely. That's the idea. We're finally able to add Joaquin's presence in a more direct way to our movement, to his movement. So yeah, you've seen the whole progress of what we try to do and how we try to get one day at a time. But these are huge steps. So I have to tell you, I am celebrating today Joaquin's life.
There's about 3 minutes left. We're going to finish it out, and I've got some good news from this whole situation.
We will celebrate, and we will have some drinks for Joaquin, and we're going to toast for him because it was a wonderful person that I was one of the lucky ones that is.
St. Hugo, you said you tuned in 5 minutes ago. What the fuck? Quick rundown in case you missed the part. So, loser, soulless, piece of shit propagandist Jim Acosta interviewed an AI recreation of one of the victims of the Parkland shooting, treated him as if he was real to do an interview with him, and it was the most soulless, disgusting, borderline demonic shit I've legit ever seen on this fucking platform. That's the gist of it.
Many good moments with him.
Yeah. Well, and I saw your one-man show, and it really affected me, and I think it affects a lot of people who see it. And it's inspiring to me, Manny, that you continue to remind everybody of who this young man was and why he is so important to you, and why he's so important to all of us. He's a symbol of something that is deeply, deeply wrong with this country, and that we should not allow our kids to be subjected to this.
Whoa. He's saying the thing that's wrong with the country is a lack of gun control, and we shouldn't let our kids be subjected to that. But you got no fucking problem letting the child's memory be besmirched by a fucking AI recreation of him standing on his grave? There's a special place in hell for this homo, dude. Right next to Reverend Phelps.
This kind of just terrible violence. And, I said it at the end of the interview that you are inspiring to me, Manny, and so is he. He's a symbol that should inspire us, I think. And that we shouldn't stop believing that we can fix this problem, because people give up, and I think something like this is maybe going to give some people some hope that we should just keep charging, keep pushing for this.
Absolutely. And you know what, Jim, Patricia and me, we're willing to do these kind of things.
Yeah.
This is just like any other Silicon Valley guy, tech guy will say.
You know what motherfucker needs to do? Motherfucker needs to sit down and watch Full Metal Alchemist. Motherfucker needs to sit down and watch Full Metal Alchemist. Learn what happens when you try and bring someone back from the dead. Teach you a goddamn lesson.
Just the beginning of AI. This is just the beginning of what we're doing.
Yeah.
We don't know what's the next project about, but there will be a next project, and it will always be trying to find that, solution or trying to get closer to the solution that will finally save lives and prioritize life over guns.
Yeah. All right. Well, thank you, Manny. Really appreciate it, and thanks for bringing Joaquin to us. I'm
stop talking about him like he's real, you sick fuck.
I just saw. It's just amazing.
Thank you for you bringing it.
Yeah, you got it. Oh, anytime you bring anything to me, I will do it.
This is his first interview, so
exactly, Hugo. This is legit grifting.
Happy birthday to Joaquin.
Happy birthday, Joaquin.
Whatever it is.
Yeah, that's right. Happy birthday, Joaquin. Thank you, Manny. Great to see you.
Great
job.
Thank you.
As always. Amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah, so we're not going to watch the rest of it's like about the redistricting and stuff like that, so we're not going to watch that. But again, there is a happy ending to this story. Let me show y'all something. So, Jim Acosta posted this. Before that interview went live, right? A show you don't want to miss. 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, 1 p.m. Pacific Time. I'll be having one-of-a-kind interview with Joaquin Oliver. He isn't saying AI. He talks about it like it's real. He died in the Parkland school shooting in 2018, but his parents have created an AI version of their son to deliver a powerful message on gun violence. Plus, Texas State, and we don't care about the rest of that. So, he's advertising it, right? And he locked down replies before anyone could say anything. So, Stephen L. Miller, who I'm not familiar with, mind you. I'm not following or anything, but I saw this. Jim Acosta turned off replies on Twitter for his ghoulish act of talking to AI ghosts. Let's see how the replies are going on Blue Sky. Now, considering it's Blue Sky, and Blue Sky is a haven for leftist scum and villainy, I figured they would be all for it. No. Even Blue Sky is eviscerating Jim Acosta. Just, hey Jim, quick question. What the fuck is wrong with you? What I want to know is what the fuck is wrong with the parents? Grief makes you do crazy things. Acosta has no excuse, though. You're interviewing ChatGPT, not Joaquin Oliver. Don't piss on my leg and tell me it's raining. Also, ChatGPT is not a sentient entity that you can interview. He's interviewing an appliance. Next up, my microwave's views on immigration. Doesn't stop there. This is not him. This is not his true self. This is a computer generating answers. Jim, you ever think about turning it into MDF? Might be more useful career pivot. People use MDF. I won't lie. I'm not sure what that is. I'm not sure what MDF is, but I don't usually comment on stuff like this, but this is beyond fucked up and gross. You're a fucking monster, an actual opportunistic ghoul. I'll have a one-of-a-kind interview, Joaquin Oliver. No, you won't. You're talking to a glorified answering machine message, you dingbat. Just because you can do something doesn't mean you should. But they keep going. They keep dragging this motherfucker. They made a whole movie where one of the most quotable lines said exactly this. And then the dinos ate a bunch of people. They're talking about just because you can do it, you never stop to think whether you should. The Jurassic Park line. This is unconscionable, ghoulish, and manipulative. How dehumanized do you have to be to think this was a good idea? This isn't a fucking interview. This is an AI version of Weekend at Bernie's. Damn, that's a good line. They did a better job at animating a dead guy than this. This is just 10 to the power of 100, all kinds of fucked up. This isn't journalism. It's ghoulinism. There's no value to be gained by interviewing a fictional construct of a human who died nearly a decade ago and is actually more akin to grave robbing. And the final one, no, this is terrible. This is disgusting. Thanks, I hate it. There's no reason at all to do this. This is journalistic malpractice. Hey, this sucks so bad, please reconsider this. This isn't a powerful message, this is grotesque. Jim, what the fuck, man? And last but not least, this is awful. You should have more integrity than this. You're talking to the simulacrum of a dead person. You're using a child's corpse for, and then, I don't know what. Oh, apparently there's more. We don't need to go through all of them. Point is, you get the message. Bro, if even Blue Sky, if even the acolytes on Blue Sky are eviscerating you over this, you fucked up. There wasn't a single positive comment there. Like, yeah, Dax, rare Blue Sky dub. Yeah, let's see. Good to see everyone united against this. When Blue Cry is roasting you, you know you fucked up. Again, I can't even be mad. Like, when I saw that initial post, and it was like, let's see what Blue Sky has to say, I was legit prepared to be infuriated by these leftist acolytes thinking about how amazing this is. Nah, bro. I'm, again, rare Blue Sky dub. I cannot believe that Jim Acosta accidentally united the left and the right on this instance. Wow. Yeah, too far even for them, Dash. Exactly. So, I don't have much more to say on this one. This is, again, just ghoulish behavior. I don't advocate for the deplatforming of anybody. I don't think that Jim Acosta should, like, lose his show or whatnot. Or that people should actively ask to have him canceled. If anything, I hope he continues to do shit like this, because it will, considering the reaction on Blue Sky, it will just destroy their base and belief even further. Just disgusting, top tier scumfuckery. Exactly. And remember, all this is coming from somebody who is pro AI. I am pro AI, just like I'm pro gun. You know what I'm not? I'm not pro murdering civilians in cold blood with guns. Just like I'm not pro using the AI of a dead child to push existential crises in terms of our freedom as propaganda. I had no idea this was an AI of a recent shooting, not something from Parkland. Jesus, why don't they have an AI of Kit Sandy Hook? Well, I mean, Parkland was still, 7 years ago? Yeah, 7 years ago. Anyway, let's go ahead and do something, maybe a little lighter? I'm not sure. I'm not sure this will be lighter or not. I saw this thumbnail, and I saw the, and the thumbnail, let me just show you guys the thumbnail before we click on the video. Let me hit, they knew too much, and it's fucking Tai Kamiya from, Digimon in his smartphone, and it's called 90s Anime Was a Warning. And, like, I'm legit fucking curious, what this video could mean. So it's pretty recent. 3 weeks ago, 106,000 views. 106,000 views on a channel with 8,500 subs. Like, it's pretty baller. Dude hit a good one. So, I figure while we're doing the wind down, we're going to go for anywhere from 10 more minutes to an hour and 10 minutes. I'm not entirely sure yet. But we're going to go, depending on how long the next few reactions take, we're going to go ahead and react to this, maybe a few other things. But I thought maybe we'll roll back and we'll do some levity for the last hour or so of the stream. And since we're getting into the levity part, I'm going to go ahead and grift again. I want to put some distance between grifting and that Jim Acosta shit. For those of you that were not here for it, for those of you that don't know, we covered earlier a video about breast milk flavored ice cream. If we can get 250 in total donos, me and Cookies will order and eat the breast milk flavored ice cream on stream. What up, Lucy? Been a bit. Alright. 90s anime was a warning. Let's check this out.
The 90s were a time of change. The computer was becoming our era's defining machine, reshaping homes, institutions, and daily life.
Windows just makes your everyday work easier.
Between 1995 and 2000, the internet surged from 20 million to 300 million users by the decade's end.
When did you guys first get internet in your home? What was the stats
Between
here?
1995 and 2000, the internet surged from 20 million to 3.
I know we at least had internet in our home by 96. We may have had it earlier. I'm not sure. My dad and grandpa were both tech guys, or we're both in IT, so we had internet in our house real early. I was doing stuff on the internet by like 4 years old. Obviously with parental supervision and whatnot. It was like CartoonNetwork.com and shit. But yeah, I was doing stuff on the internet like 4 years old. And then when I turned like 12 or 13 and moved in with my biological father, we lived in a trailer in the middle of nowhere and we didn't have internet. I didn't have internet again until probably 16 or so. So like from about 4 years old to 12 years old, I had access to the internet and it was amazing. Then there was about a 4-year period where I didn't have it. But yeah, I had internet real fucking young. Yeah, good old dial-up, exactly. Chill Noirs is 98, 2005, 2006, mid-2000s, dial-up in 98, 99, 92, 93. So yeah. I'm seeing a lot of roughly in the same vein here. So maybe a lot of you guys are going to remember this and identify with this.
300 million users by the decade's end. At this point, something had happened. The physical world began its retreat. And in came a new world, the digital world. When our world was quietly being enveloped by this new one, media and anime especially began to reflect this change again and again.
Anime was reflecting this change before this. Like, bro, if you've never seen the anime Serial Experiments Lain, you need to fucking watch it. And then look back on it and realize it came out in, what, I think 92? I think 92, hold on. When was Serial Experiments Lain? What year did this come out? I believe it was 92. Sorry, 98. 98 in Japan, 99 in America. So even so, 98, bro, it predicted everything about social media to an impossibly accurate degree. This is 98. The internet might have been ubiquitous, or getting to the point where it was ubiquitous, but certainly social media wasn't. It's a short anime. It's like 12 or 13 episodes. It will change your life. I've seen over 400 anime. It's one of only like 17 anime I've ever given a perfect 10 out of 10.
We saw a repeated theme. Characters falling into a new digital world. Some of these realms were childlike, others a terrifying dystopia. But that's exactly what we're going to explore. Because though these digital worlds differed, they shared a common thread of collective anxiety. And what I've realized is that these anime weren't just shows, they were warnings. prophecies that had striking accuracy into our world today in ways that aren't exactly comforting. So today...
Alright, I can already tell I don't know if I'm gonna 100% agree with this video, which is fine. You don't need to 100% agree with everything. That's what makes the discussion interesting. But I can tell I'm going to enjoy the content that is this video.
We're going to revisit 3 anime from this era.
It's on there, baby. Let's go. He's going to talk about Serial Experiments Lane. Let's go, son. I don't know what Yu-Gi-Oh! Has to do with this, aside from maybe, like, hologram technology. But yeah, Digimon and Serial... By the way, a hot fucking take. OG Digimon is better than OG Pokemon, and I will stand by that.
Ask one simple question. Just how accurate were they in predicting our future? Before the entering of each show's version of the digital world, whether through a portal or some kind of computer system, we see that in one way, our characters already entered this world. You see, before their reality changes for good, each show's depiction of...
That's an excellent question, Lucy. Predicting or inspiring? Yeah, I mean, you were maybe onto something there.
Normal life is strikingly similar. We see a world that is firmly on the threshold of a new age. Thematically in
Holy shit! Hold on. Go back a little.
We see a world that is firmly on the threshold.
I used to use this GIF right here on repeat as part of the original intro to Countercast, like back around the time that I first started the show. Maybe like 3 months into the show. And it would say starting soon in like vaporwave letters, and it had this exact GIF. I didn't remember that was Serial Experiments Lane.
Of a new age. Thematically, in Yu-Gi-Oh! We see
I've never seen
City,
Megazone 23.
Something that resembles a near-future, technology-embroidered metropolis. The battlefield backdrop of technology companies infighting, vying for control over the masses. But even the soundscape marks the coming of this new age in history. In Serial Experiment Lane, the landscape is a cacophony of typing, electrical hum of telephone wires.
Oh, look at that animation, son. Dude, it's such a beautiful anime. It holds up so well.
The monotony of computer fans. This is the sound of information being processed. And it calls out to Lane.
Iron
whose face
Oxide!
constantly holds an obtuse...
It's been a minute, Iron. How you doing, homie?
Vacant expression, as if caught in a shamanic trance. Not unlike us, she resembles an infant crawling into a new age. Guided blindly, not knowing the pen we've been brought into. So too when our characters are led into the digital world. They aren't escaping to a new realm or alternative reality. They're stepping into a vision of the future, an inevitable...
Well, I mean, I guess metaphorically he's correct that it's a vision of the future, but like, in the case of Digimon, it's still a future that doesn't exist yet. I mean, in the context of the anime, they are literally stepping into a different world. But again, if he's trying to be metaphorical, I get what he's saying.
Unfolding of the world they already inhabit. The digital world is not a separate place, but the full awakening to a system that's quietly swallowing everything. But we've spoken at length about this age without clearly defining what it really is. Well, sociologists call this era we live in the informational society. Not just a society where information is valued, it's one where information is the very fabric of society.
Well, I mean, so this is from a cyberpunk manifesto. That information is actually currency. Let me see if I can find the actual manifesto. One sec, because it's really, really interesting. Let's see. Yeah. The future's imploded into the present. With no nuclear war, a new battlefield is on people's minds and souls. Mega corporations are the new governments. Computer-generated info domains are the new frontiers. And though there is better living through science and chemistry, we are all becoming cyborgs. The computer is the new cool tool. And though they say all information should be free, it is not. Information is power and currency in the virtual world we inhabit. So mistrust authority. Cyberpunks are the true rebels. Cyberculture is coming in under the radar of ordinary society. An unholy alliance of the tech world and the world of organized dissent. Welcome to the Cyber Corporation, cyberpunks. That is an excerpt from the Cyberpunk Manifesto that he is absolutely, at least in my opinion, likely referring to here, whether he knows that's what he's doing or not. And that is why the internet age of the late 90s into the mid 2000s will never be reclaimed because we've got governments and organizations and corporations that have usurped that and capitalized on it and taken away that digital freedom. What up, Jana, you beautiful bitch?
Put it this way. Since the dawn of time, societies have used information and exogenous systems of knowledge to great effect. Like when the formal system of science we created is used to develop tools, which are used to extract
I've not read that, but put it in the Discord if you're a member, Netflix Foreign, so that I can remember it, because I'm not going to remember it from this chat, I won't lie.
Materials from the earth. But now, information itself has become these raw materials. Productivity is based on access to data, software, algorithms, AI digital platforms. Economically, our biggest companies are Google, Meta, Amazon, who don't produce traditional goods. Instead, they process and sell information, even
Well, now, to be fair, they do both, and that's what makes it even more terrifying, is that so they do produce physical goods. You've got things like, Google Fiber, Google Glass, but that being said, that's all done as a means to an end for information and data, which again is the real currency.
Physical products are marketed and sold using data analysis, AI systems trained on our information, as well as our day-to-day lives. Are they not too shaped by these systems? This is the world our heroes live in. And when they enter the digital world, it's not just a new landscape, it's a glimpse into our future. As our world changes, our institutions and even ourselves, we become more like nodes in a vast network of information exchange.
I mean, this is an entirely accurate portrayal of the situation. Like, you are not a person to Google. I am not a person to Google. Influencers that do ad reads are not people. They're influencers. I mean, they are literally there as a number to push a product and find the best algorithm to maximize sales of said product. Like, we are quite literally just data.
But this new shift brings new fears, new questions like, who controls this information? Can it be used against us? And is this new system the new...
We already know who controls this new data. I mean, we might not have at the time. I don't know if anybody in 1998 when they were on AOL was talking about the World Economic Forum. Maybe they were. I don't know. I wasn't into that shit at the time. I was a fucking kid. But, like, we know who controls it now. And that's the scary part, is that we were probably too little too late. But I ain't a black pill dude. I think things will get better.
New world. Really what we asked for.
Again, anything you want to recommend Netflix for, and put it in the Discord. I'm not going to remember it
not
here.
only hinted at some of these questions.
There are 47 other people chatting right now. I'm not going to remember anything you specifically recommend. You're going to have to put it in the Discord.
But in a way, they answered them. Once landing on the blue wireframe grid that is the digital world, our heroes soon face the forces that control this new dimension. And in doing so, reveal the forces that control our own world. But what do they look like? Well, as you'd expect, in each show there's clear or inferred reference to giant tech conglomerates. But it's Yu-Gi-Oh! Which offers the most strikingly prophetic vision of the future. Appearing in 2 of Yu-Gi-Oh!'s virtual world-based arcs are the antagonists known as the Big Five, who are corporate executives for Kybercorp, a giant tech company. The fact that
I won't lie, I do not remember this arc from Yu-Gi-Oh! Like, Yu-Gi-Oh! Is going to be the one of these 3 that I'm the least familiar with. Serial Experiments Lane, Digimon, absolutely. Yu-Gi-Oh! I watched the first couple arcs of. I mostly read the manga, but I don't remember those arcs.
The writers chose to use this epithet for the giant corporations dominating the internet long before the term was applied to today's 5 major tech companies.
Alright, so let's see if he's accurate about the Big Five. We got Windows, Meta, Apple, Amazon, and Google. Is there anything else you put on this in terms of Big Five when it comes to tech companies? I mean, I would argue you would have X instead of Meta. I don't think Meta has the power that it used to have. Like, when it was just Facebook, as Meta has expanded, it's kind of lost its power so far, because people aren't, because it's served such a one-sided side of the coin in terms of like the political structure and whatnot, that its user base is very minuscule compared to what Facebook used to be, and divided for those that are still there. I would actually say X should be there over Meta. Epic Games is not. They're not near enough, not near large enough a tech company to compare to like Apple, Amazon, or Google. Cozy Goober, look at Facebook numbers from, let's say, 2013 compared to now in 2025. I mean, they're probably huge on paper, but yeah. Zuck cooking Trump when he won 24 didn't really help Meta. Also, the constant failing at the market. Exactly. Like, Metaverse, or Meta has failed in marketing a lot where other companies have succeeded. Yeah, I truly think that honestly, we're talking about the big five. X is, because think about it. We've got Amazon on here, which is Bezos. We got Apple, obviously. It's Jobs. That means he's alive. Where's Musk? Musk is the richest man in the world. I feel like it would be better stated that his company be here.
Term was applied to today's 5 major tech companies reveals the exact fears of that era.
Epic Games is still just a games outlet. Like, Microsoft does everything. Hardware, software. Same with Google. Like Epic Games is not branching out into laying fiber lines and anything. Don't forget Nestle, though not tech, a major player. Well, if we're talking about like the biggest corporations, period, maybe, but this is specifically tech.
Corporate monopolization and control, but no one embodies these fears more.
Right, they've got Instagram, Facebook, and the VR platform. Facebook is a dead platform. And as somebody that owns my own business and owned my own business back in 2013, I can tell you Facebook was dying then. It was a fruitless waste of money to put ads for my business on Facebook. And that was back in 2013. The VR platform died instantly. All they really have is Instagram.
And the former head of the Big Five, Gozaburo Kaiba, before his son and our favorite anime antagonist took over and turned Kaiba Corp into a gaming company, it was actually a military technology firm, and there's a reason for that. With Gozaburo owning a company that supplies destructive weapons, develops satellites, and even possesses
virtual... You guys are thinking too small scale. X pre-Elon wouldn't be on the list. It's post-Elon, because he's attempting to turn X into the everything app. You've got AI. You've got, eventually will be XPay. You've got the ties to Starlink. No. Twitter never would have been on the Big Five. X will, because of all the integration between various different types of software and hardware. Twitter never had that. Again, it's not just about social media. It's about big tech as a whole. And you've got to think about that word, big. It needs to be able to be like a hydra and stretch its heads in multiple directions.
Reality technology, it's being made clear that he represents the military-industrial complex. This is the type of tech tyrant whose power goes well beyond the private sector, offering their digital infrastructure to fuse private interests with state power and attain even greater control. The military-industrial complex isn't just about building weapons for the state. Their alliance shapes...
No, the building weapons for the state is the least of the military-industrial complexes thing. No, the military-industrial complex, their real ultimate weapon is the control and flow of information. Like, that is... The true power comes from what the people do and don't know. Why even bother with nukes and tanks when you can just use information or lack of information to keep a docile, fat, happy populace. When they say you'll live in the pods and eat the bugs, that's not going to happen because of nuclear war. That's going to happen because of a forced change of cultural norms due to how information is processed and sold and repeated and taught.
The very systems that govern our daily lives. And while the military-industrial complex gave birth to the internet, today's digital overlords are leveraging infrastructure to expand their reach far beyond what we see on screen. As a recent example, take Palantir, a data mining and analytics company born from military intelligence, now powering federal systems.
And guess what? A bunch of politicians, literally within the last week, so after this video came out, sold off majority shares of Palantir. And I can only assume the reason is because the story blew up and they didn't want to. The Palantir, however you say it, I covered the story. And guess what? It didn't get any fucking views. I covered this. It was a video I loved, I was passionate about. Fucking no one watched it. But not too long after that story broke, a couple weeks later, all these bigwigs in the government started selling up their shares. Why? I think because the people found out about it and started having a ruckus.
From law enforcement to the IRS using behavioral models and psychological profiling, using data to flag people, not just for what they've done, but for what they might do. These are the powers that control this new world. And Gozaboro is the face of this new regime, showing up as a giant head in a purple cloud. So cartoonish and...
I don't think it's Microsoft, but yes, it is a massive... So Palantir is and it might be Microsoft. I don't remember. I have to go back and watch my own video. But it is a mega surveillance software, a mega AI-based surveillance software that it was going to be and might still be instituted by the Defense Department in the U.S. government.
Over the top, it feels straight out of a pantomime. He resembles the Wizard of Oz, a projection of unfathomable control. So extensive it's seen as laughable. Yet here, there's no curtain to draw, no convenient rug to pull away. This is who controls this realm, and the pantomime has become reality. See, even in the more juvenile shows from this period, like Digimon, they show a strong awareness of the shadow.
Yeah, Peter Thiel names all of his companies and products after stuff from Lord of the Rings, Lucy.
Circles who control this new world. As we see alongside the evil Digimon Vamdemon, who uses Masonic imagery, hinting toward the presence of a hidden cabal shaping our reality. Yet another explicit...
Oh, he brought up a hidden cabal, baby! He's speaking my language, let's fucking go!
Reference is made when Vamdemon invokes a phrase to break the barrier between the digital and real world. Tion Ukbar. Orbis Tertius. This is the title of a real-life short story in which a secret society invents an entirely fictional world based on idealist philosophy, which eventually begins to overwrite reality itself. Idealism, put simply, is the philosophical view that reality is fundamentally mental, or dependent on the mind. And it's here that we arrive at the next fear these stories explore. If we know who runs the digital world, what exactly is it? While the previous reference that was just made happens to be incredibly insightful in answering this, because the idea of an idealist society directly mirrors the structure of our modern informational society that I mentioned earlier, where
So, I'm going to assume here, his thesis is basically going to be that if they, this cabal, the powers that be, whatever you want to call them, control the information society, they can create the ideal society based on their own subjective version of idealism. That's my guess.
Reality is increasingly shaped not by the physical, but by data, symbols, and systems of
Bingo,
thought.
bango, bongo.
You see,
Your boy was
the
correct again.
informational
What a
society
shot.
is one where, like we said, The flow of data and information becomes the DNA and lifeblood of society. This is eerily close to idealism, where reality is based on thought, where ideas are more real and impactful than the physical. So, what these shows seem to be saying is that the informational society...
I mean, to be fair, idealism is real. Ideas are more powerful and important than the physical. Like, why do you think the CIA assassinated JFK or assassinated MLK Jr.? Because their ideas were more powerful than any fucking government weaponry. Like, that. I mean, that's just objectively true.
Society we live in may end up rejecting the physical world entirely, evolving, becoming a kind of cybernetic idealism. In Serial Experiment Lane, this becomes disturbingly literal. Teenagers begin to unalive themselves, abandoning their physical forms entirely to live inside the wired. But the warning goes deeper, because this isn't just about escape, it's about the fact that this new reality already has its rulers. Those who laid its foundations, bought up the digital land, and shaped the infrastructure before most even knew it existed. And when society is built like this, not on matter but on ideas, on data, images, and constant flows of information.
It's not because they knew too much, it's about what they could teach other people.
Its structure no longer looks the same. It begins to look more like a mind. And that's exactly what makes it so dangerous. Because whoever controls this mind controls reality itself. You see,
even something like Jeffrey Epstein. Let's say Jeffrey Epstein, to your they knew too much theory. They didn't kill Jeffrey Epstein because of what he knew. They killed Jeffrey Epstein because of what we could know if he exposed that. That's all. Like, that is the information is power, but you're powerless if you can't get that information out there. It doesn't matter what you know. It matters if you can effectively get a majority in line with your line of thinking if you teach them what you know. If one person knows everything in the world, let's say you got a mega ultra brain, you're like Yakub, you know, you big brain, you know everything. Knowing everything does literally nothing in the grand scheme unless you can teach others things. So yeah, that's why what people know doesn't matter. It's what can happen if that knowledge gets out.
Mind operates more like a network. A network is decentralized, made of nodes that are all connected and constantly exchanging.
Fuck off, Zach.
But by consequence of participating in this network, we risk exposure. After all, this network isn't ours. No longer is our security a spatial concept located in certain institutions like a prison or a school, but it now looks more like a mist or atmosphere. Merely living is enough to be surveyed. And this new way of living has even more dreadful implications. It creates what is called a panopticon effect. Being in a
Epstein wasn't smart enough to have a system through which people would be exposed in the event of his early demise to fend off that demise. I mean, if he did have a system like that, it would be his system versus a system that is even better and more powerful that we don't know about. Again, a global cabal, a gang of elites, whatever it may be. I mean, you've got warring systems all the time. Even in real life boots on the ground wars, those are still warring systems. All a system really is a a groundwork for a chain of events, and like anything else, there's power to it, or there's a power structure to it. So I mean, a group of 300 soldiers is a system, and a group of 1,000 soldiers is a system. Can the group of 300 soldiers win? Sure, but it's highly unlikely. So whether Epstein had a system or not, I don't think it really matters. The point is, the other system, if he did, the other system won out.
An interconnected system, we are made naked.
Exactly,
but those
Chill.
who watch us remain hidden. In fact, this system was long envisioned before the internet even existed. Originally imagined by Jeremy Bentham in his concept of the panopticon prison, due to its psychological effect. And the idea goes like this. A surveyed subject is not just watched.
You cannot make claims like that without having something to back it up, Yaha. Saying Epstein had the ability to set up a foolproof system to disseminate the names, look, that is wild conjecture. Maybe he did, maybe he didn't. There is no way for us to know. To make a statement like that with such definitiveness, that's a level of arrogance even I'm not willing to broach. And, like, I'm arrogant as fuck. Also, what up, Dempsey?
But because they don't know if they're being watched, they begin to monitor themselves. You effectively become your own god within a system that exposes every detail about you. Where you are, what you're thinking, what you search for, who you talk to, and even what you hesitate to click on. This leverage and power is embodied by Gozaburo from Yu-Gi-Oh! After ending his life and entering the digital world, he realizes he no longer needs to escape. The depths of his power here is now infinite. In this idealist state, control is amplified, where the simple use of one's mind can manifest power anywhere, any time. With an omniscient view of reality enabled by advanced technology, certain companies or individuals could almost...
I mean, when they talk about an omniscient view of reality, right? Hold on, let's walk this back. Give me a moment here. Back a little further.
By advanced technology, certain companies...
Alright, here it is. Take a look at every single one of these companies. Facebook, Apple, Google, especially Facebook, Google, and Amazon, right? Especially Facebook, Google, and Amazon, which work in conjunction with Apple and Windows because you can access these on those. Think about how precise these algorithms are. Like, that is... It is effectively omniscience at this point. Like, the idea that I can be... I could goddamn guarantee you that if I was to turn off my ad blocker, I would start getting ads that correlate to AI or correlate to cyber systems, whatnot. Or I would start getting ads, obviously, that correlate to anime, because we're talking about anime in this. Like, it's whether it be because they're listening to us through microphones, or whether it be because they're just analyzing our browsing data. Like, at this point, the level of sophistication of these algorithms is so perfect, it may as well be omniscience, which is exactly what he was talking about.
Or individuals could almost become godlike. It's why Masahiro Ira in Lane wishes to merge the barrier between the digital and physical worlds, so that, as one of its creators, he can appear anywhere and wield godlike power. Though this may sound like a dramatic anime plot device, these characters reflect the real aims of various technocrats becoming gods through the digital world. Take Zbigniew Brzezinski, a prominent political scientist and national security advisor to the United States presidents, who spoke exactly of these aims. The impact of technology involves the gradual appearance of a more controlled and directed society. Such a society would be dominated by an elite whose claims to political power would rest on allegedly superior scientific know-how, using the latest modern techniques for influencing public behavior and keeping society under close surveillance and control.
And that right there is why they say that, that thanks to DARPA, they are 30 years ahead. Which they are. Like, there's no getting around it. DARPA is 30 years ahead. Whatever amazing, omniscient tech I'm talking about right now, they've got better shit. And they have since, minimum the 40s. Like, minimum the 40s. If we're going to be generous, you could say late 50s to early 60s. Like, it is insane. So if we believe, as just a populace, oh, look at this cutting-edge technology that makes our lives easier and it keeps us nice and safe and docile, when really we are being controlled and manipulated by individuals that have such a more vast array of technology and again, in control. They don't even care that we talk about this shit because they're so well past it and more advanced. Yeah, we can learn this shit now. It's too late. Again, that's the idea. I don't believe that. I'm not black-pilled. Well, I believe everything is 30 years ahead, bare minimum and whatnot. I don't believe it's too late, is what I should say.
But though we've explained how this new world seems to be controlled by powerful, shadowy entities who have found new ways to grant themselves godhood, we must ask, why on earth would we want to enter this new world? Or if it's inevitable, what should be our goal with it?
Well, the reason you would want to enter it is for a couple reasons. One, because it's on the surface, makes our life so much better and easier. Dude, we get news at the tap of a button now. We can make communications and relationships in a way it was never done before. Like, you couldn't fucking just... Think back to the radio days. You know, you listen to someone on the radio, and maybe you could call in and have a quick conversation and win some trivia or something like that. But, like, you don't have a direct connection with those radio hosts or with actors or whatnot. We've now built a worldwide digital community. I could goddamn guarantee every single one of you. How many people we got watching right now? 48 people live, 48 people in chat right now, and all of you live in various parts of the world, different countries, different states, different fucking continents possibly, and we are all communicating in this little community that we have, right? Like, there is obviously an advantage to that for us as humans, being able to build this sort of a new... So it seems cool and great and awesome. The technology's made our lives so much easier, when in all reality, you know, that's what they want, and we're feeding into it, because as long as we're controlled and ruled by this technology, our eyes are off other things.
While further in during their stay at the digital world, each show introduces a new archetype, the cyberpunk. Someone who works to free the digital world out of the hands of the tech giants for whatever use they see fit. In Serial Experiment Lane, this archetype manifests as the Knights, who, though against the large tech corporations, align with similar goals, attempting to use the digital world as a form of transcendence. It's perhaps Digimon which, surprisingly, has the most sensible answer to this question of what to do. Although Digimon presents a less ominous view of the digital world,
yes, the internet was military, yaha. Most people don't realize the internet was invented in fucking 68. The internet was invented in 68. Like, we didn't commercially have it available until what, 92, give or take? But yeah, DARPA or pre-DARPA, possibly. I could be misremembering the acronym, but either DARPA or pre-DARPA. Yeah, I invented the internet in like 68.
Mainly against viruses through the personification of evil Digimon, it nonetheless acknowledges a larger struggle. Rather than depicting a full merger between humanity and technology, it proposes something different: symbiosis. Using tech to enhance our lives without compromising our humanity. Yet there's still an evolutionary angle. Those who fail to embrace the technological advancement risk becoming obsolete, like the ultimate antagonist, a Pokemon, described in the show as code that failed to adapt and thus become obsolete. A realization which causes a profound nihilism, but perhaps not a false one. Is our world merely a choice between transcending our physical body with tech, or risk becoming obsolete? It's a difficult problem, one mankind has never faced, but it also seems inevitable. What we do have control over is how we proceed. Is the digital world a conduit of transformation? If transcendence presents too many problems, should it perhaps be a tool toward the same ends? Or is this a false question entirely? Is using machines to solve moral problems, or using them as an arc toward a new human ontology, a modern and misguided heresy? I'd love to hear your thoughts on this, and I'm sure you all have many different answers. I'd also like to mention Late Night Noodles now has a Patreon, where I'll be posting exclusive content and material that dives even deeper into the topics we explore here. All the support means a lot, and it really helps the channel to keep going. So, thank you. Oh, and thanks for watching.
Yeah, definitely subscribe to that guy. I'm gonna quite enjoy his content. I don't know how often I'll be watching it or whatnot, or how often I'll be reacting to it, but that was great. I'm dropping the link in the chat for you guys. That's been probably the coolest thing we've seen so far today. Goddamn, that was awesome. We got to get real tinfoil hatty up in that bitch, and that makes me feel fine. I love doing shit like that. So here's the dealio. We got 30 minutes left. I'll go till 4 o'clock my time. I'll go till 4 o'clock my time, because then I've got like an hour and a half, 2.5 hours till the Dooley show. So we'll react to one more video in that 30 minutes. It's a relatively shorter one. Why do older games feel so much bigger? Like I said, after that Jim Acosta stuff, I wanted to get on a lighter note, and it turned out not to be as light as I didn't know if it would be light or not. It was called early, they tried to warn us, like early anime tried to warn us or whatever. So this one should definitely be a bit lighter, but still interesting enough to warrant a discussion. Why did older games feel so much bigger? So yeah, let's get into this. We got 30 minutes left, give or take. Send in those last minute donos and let's go.
Every time I go back to an older game from my childhood, I'm always amazed at how they were able to pull off such a massive sense of scale.
What up,
because
Fat
a
Roller?
lot of games like Ocarina of Time, GTA San Andreas, Shadow of the Colossus, they were limited by the hardware at the time. They were objectively smaller than the games we have today. But that's not how I remember.
Oh, I mean, to be fair, the reason, if I'm going to take a guess here, the reason they seem bigger is because of those limitations. Limitations breed creativity, and you've got to find a way to make this world seem so much bigger and grander than it is. Like, honestly, I find Ocarina of Time more impressive than Breath of the Wild. Because while Breath of the Wild is a physically larger map, Ocarina of Time is more impressive on the scope of this, how do I want to explain it? There's something about the scale of Ocarina of Time in a game design fashion. The fact that even though the world feels open, because you've got like access to Hyrule Field and whatnot, because there's blockades and limitations, and you have to go out of your way to explore this basically semi-open world. You still have to hit certain milestones and whatnot to truly progress. There's the limitation of your freedom with man, how do I want to describe this? It's very difficult, actually. The limitation of your freedom while giving the illusion of ultimate freedom makes something seem bigger than it is, as opposed to Breath of the Wild has ultimate freedom out the gate, barring the tutorial. What up, Byron?
Them. It's strange. Instead, I remember them feeling vast and endless. FF9 back on PS1, it was my first Final Fantasy game, and
my favorite.
Just
My
staring
favorite
at the
number of games.
overworld, and the fact that the game case came with 4 discs, in the back of my mind, I had a hard time registering how big this game was back then. It was probably all those damn cutscenes take.
That's exactly what it was. The Final Fantasy games come on multiple fucking discs, like, most of it was just because of the cutscenes.
Taking up the disc space, but they were glorious.
I don't know what you're talking about, Netflix Foreign. Part 2 of the anime tier list. That was on Cine's channel, and we did it. We did part 2 of the anime tier list last week on Cine's channel.
Opening, man, the airship hovering just above the clouds, staring out the window, transitioning to that wide shot of the kingdom. It blew my 10-year-old mind. Flash forward to today, and I rarely, if ever, have that feeling anymore. And I know it's not just nostalgia either.
With San Andreas, compared to 5, you have 3 cities versus a little sandbox north of Los Santos. Dude, I don't like 5. I'll be real. I don't like 4 either. Like, it's just, there's such a thing as too much. Bigger is not inherently better.
I had that same feeling with
you can go back and watch it, Netflix Foreign. Like I said, obviously when this is over, and after y'all watch my Melanie Matt video if you haven't seen it already. But yeah, we did it last week, right before she took a YouTube hiatus for her surgery that she's recovering from. But it was fun.
Elden Ring, wandering around Limgrave for the first time. I was legitimately panicking when a chest transported me to some far-off mining cave. Not only was I lost, I was in the middle of one of Miyazaki's swamps. And if you remember Blighttown from Dark Souls 1, you might understand my anxiety. Now, I wasn't in any real danger, and I wasn't actually stuck out there, but just letting me feel lost, Even for a moment, it put into perspective just how enormous this game was going to be. A lot of modern games have better graphics and astronomically larger map sizes, but sometimes they can feel small when everything's all laid out. Put it like...
And I think that's what it is. They feel small because game design nowadays is so homogenous and everything is the same. Like, I don't care how many buildings there are in the open world of Grand Theft Auto 5 and whatnot, and how packed and compact the city is. If it doesn't feel alive, or if it doesn't feel, if it doesn't have that sense of, like, I want my video game to feel like a video game. There's a sense of creativity that comes with a video game feeling like a video game world as opposed to simulating a real world.
Like this, Assassin's Creed Valhalla has a file size of around 80 gigs. Compare that to Ocarina of Time and its 32 megabytes. You can literally fit over 2,000 Kingdoms of Hyrule in that game, and yet Assassin's Creed Valhalla paradoxically feels like a smaller game to me. Hyrule Field, it felt limitless. The dungeons were like labyrinths to me, and there were secrets to discover tucked away in every corner. But games like Valhalla, The Witcher 3, Horizon, Cyberpunk, the majority of popular modern-day open-world games, they don't give off that immense size in the same way. And I think it's because they never play with our expectations. Older games had this illusion.
I mean, that is a good point. They don't play with our expectations because people nowadays know what, let's say, an open world game feels like, right? Like, open world has a distinctive not gameplay style to it, because I mean you can have different types of gameplay and whatnot, but it's got distinctive patterns. Whether it be The Witcher or Breath of the Wild or whatnot, the design philosophy, at least when it comes to the patterns of how to do the open world, all feels relatively the same. Whereas Ocarina of Time and The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time and Shadow of the Colossus, like, are vastly different games with little in common.
Illusion of being big, because you didn't know what was out there until you went out there looking for it. They usually had fog to hide the small draw distances, and the low poly graphics made points of interest stand out more. It's actually genius in a way how they use stuff like fog to overcome technical limitations, while at the same time giving those play spaces this mysterious atmosphere. Skyrim, it's one of my favorite open world games. That was until I played Oblivion. The OG Oblivion, not the remaster. I've been playing...
And you know what? I wonder if he's about to get into the difficulty aspect here. Because, like, Skyrim, while it's got a big, large open world, it's so streamlined in telling you where to go and what to do. It doesn't really feel open unless you actively make the choice to go off the beaten path. So, like, again, Ocarina of Time is a brilliant example because even though it's not open world in the traditional sense, it gives you just enough information to have an idea of what to do, but not fully on a first playthrough. I was actually watching this really interesting video a couple nights ago where a veteran gamer, a dude in his 20s or whatever, was having his girlfriend play Ocarina of Time for the very first time. And she was struggling, but she was also really enjoying it because the game was just vague enough to give her an idea of what to do, but she also needed to figure everything out for herself as opposed to being spoon-fed. And I think that goes a long way in making a game feel bigger.
Playing the series in reverse order because I'm interested to see how it evolved, so I'm currently on Morrowind right now. This game feels overwhelming. Just finding your way around in this game, it's a challenge in itself. There's no quest markers, and the only way you can complete a quest is by listening to NPCs give you directions and referring to your map and journal entries, which are kind of confusing most of the time. I was surprised to find out that Morrowind is the smallest open world Bethesda game. It doesn't feel like it though. I always say I care more about how a game feels to play than how it looks, and
honestly, I feel the same way comparing Fallout 3 and Fallout 4. I like Fallout 4 better, but I like Fallout 4 better because I like the story of Fallout 4 better. But if I'm talking about which one I would rather explore the world of, it's Fallout 3 for sure. Even though that's, I would imagine, a smaller map because it's from a whole ass generation prior.
same goes for game worlds. They can be the size of a country, but if I don't feel tiny existing in them, does it really matter? Every single journey in Morrowind feels like I'm out on an expedition. Speaking of expeditions, let's talk a little bit about Claire Obscure. I thought this would be an interesting topic today because I'm still playing Expedition 33. Yeah, I haven't beaten it yet, and it's already my game of the year.
So.
I just suck at parrying, alright? When I'm done getting my ass kicked by the last boss, which I know isn't the last boss, maybe I'll make a proper review. Anyways, while it isn't a massive open world RPG in a literal
I did not
sense,
see that
the continent plus all the interconnected explorable areas, every time I stand at the edge of a cliff looking off in the distance, every time I fight some towering boss, despite it being more linear, it feels bigger.
I've never played an Elder Scrolls game. Chill. I've got literally zero interest to play any Elder Scrolls games. I'm a sci-fi guy. I don't particularly care for fantasy. Unless it's D&D, and I'm talking OG D&D, or not OG, but like old school D&D, 3.5 or earlier. Unless it's D&D or Lord of the Rings, I don't give a fuck about fantasy. I'm a sci-fi guy.
Than most of the open world games I've played in the last decade. I used to think it was just nostalgia, why games seldom have that magic anymore, but Expedition 33 does something unique with its world. It doesn't hold your hand. Very standout, I know.
See? Does that not go back to what I said earlier? Like, about that girl that was playing Ocarina of Time for the first time and whatnot? I imagine it's exactly like that. Again, I haven't played Expedition 33 yet, though.
Have a simple compass, and the only guidance it gives you is a red mark on your map telling you where to go to progress the story. There's tons of secrets, weapons, pictos, audio logs, chroma, side quests, traders, so much stuff off the beaten path that you can completely miss out on because the game expects you to find it on your own. Instead of a waypoint marker, it uses clever environmental cues and lighting techniques to guide you. And because you aren't fixing...
Morrowind was my shit in high school. I spent so many hours in the game, in the creation kit. I hate that Bethesda took levitation out of the games moving forward. See, I'll be real. I don't even know what that means, levitation. I assume you mean going into the debug mode and being able to levitate and whatnot. Like, do you mean that you had access to debug mode from... I'm honestly not sure what you mean by that one, because again, I never played Morrowind. I've never played any Elder Scrolls game. What up, Tech Rat? How you doing, you beautiful bastard?
On something like a mini-map, a fork in the road, or some cave might catch your eye and make you think, huh, I wonder what's over there. When I open the map in something like The Witcher 3 and see a bunch of question mark icons peppered around, it takes a lot of the excitement away from just randomly stumbling across something through exploration. There's no surprise. It just becomes a game of connect the dots until I clean up one area and move on to the next one. It's less mysterious, and it's a damn shame too, because The Witcher 3 is so beautiful. It's a world worthy of getting lost in.
Well, that's all The Witcher 3 has going for it, at least on the PS4 when I played it back in the day, guys. I'm gonna be real. I've been told I should give it a second shot on PC, and maybe I will. But bro, the game controls like ass. Witcher 3 on PS4 controlled like fucking ass, dude. Graphics were great, and I appreciate it visually. That game played like shit.
That classic world design and lack of hand-holding is what makes Expedition 33 feel so grand. I actually get to appreciate it more because it leaves me alone. It's not constantly bothering me with a list of activities. Sometimes I might not find some in-game reward for exploring, but sometimes that silent moment of staring from the edge of some cliff, it is the reward. I can't have that in most modern games. I can't get lost or appreciate something the developers spent years of their lives pouring their hearts and souls into when a game's constantly signposting everything with a cluttered UI screen and a...
Well, to be fair, game devs nowadays don't pour their hearts and souls into fucking game creation.
journal that goes into excruciating detail on what I need to do at every moment. I'm constantly interrupting my gameplay to mark something on the map. I recently replayed Shadow of the Colossus for like the 8th time, and no joke, I never realized it had a map screen. 20 years later, and out of second nature, I pressed the select button and holy shit. It's something I barely think of today, but a lot of older games were 90% gameplay outside of, just pausing the screen. It took...
Look, as much as I talk shit on Melanie Mac, and I'll continue to talk shit on Melanie Mac, she had one of the most brilliant tweets I've ever seen. And granted, this was like a year and a half or so ago, maybe even longer ago than that. But I will never forget this fucking, this tweet, this post, whatever. She said, I miss the days when cutscenes felt like a reward. Like, that is fucking brilliant. I agree with that take 100%. And that sounds like an awesome birthday stream.
Years to finally beat The Witcher 3 because that completionist mind state it initially put me in, it burnt me out like 30 hours in. I loved the story, but I was disconnected from its world. Contrast that with games like Dark Souls, where the story was so cryptic I had to piece it together by reading item descriptions, and even then, a lot of it was still left to my own interpretation. Also, the menu screens didn't bother me. I could change my equipment while walking because it doesn't pause the gameplay. Anyways, so many NPC quests had multiple conditions that it was easy to...
People still play EverQuest? Damn. I didn't even know that was a thing anymore.
To fail them by accident.
I never played EverQuest. I started with EverQuest 2, I think. EverQuest 2 was like 2005, right? Dempsey? If EverQuest 2 was around 2005, that's the one I played.
Levels were hidden. Even the DLC, I had to look up how to access it. And even after multiple hundreds of hours and dozens of playthroughs, I still go back and discover something new. I enjoyed The Witcher 3 the same way I enjoyed Red Dead Redemption 2 for their amazing stories, but they are nothing like the 600 plus hours I spent playing Dark Souls. That's why I love From Software games so much. I still remember fighting the Nameless King and thinking to myself, holy shit, they made one of the most epic boss fights and most people won't even be able to experience it. They had the restraint to give us something truly amazing, knowing that that would be a reality, that only the most devoted fans would be able to get the full experience. Luckily, Expedition 33 has an amazing story and a world you can get lost in. It has what made older games feel big. You see, Ocarina of Time, it didn't need tons of detailed journal entries to constantly remind us where we needed to go to next. Shadow of the Colossus didn't need a big yellow waypoint marker to guide us to each massive monster.
Resident Evil 4 didn't need goddamn yellow paint all over every single goddamn interactable fucking item and ladder. But the remake did.
San Andreas, it didn't need to have a country-sized map, and neither did Final Fantasy IX. We didn't need to see every little detail or have everything signposted for us. We also didn't need fancy ray tracing and crazy realistic character models in order to make those worlds feel believable.
And that is what I fucking hate the most about modern games. Realistic character designs. If I want realism, I'll watch a fucking movie. I want my video game characters to look like video game characters. That's why I'm playing a fucking video game. There should be no reason that I get more visual enjoyment out of Minecraft than Resident Evil 4 Remake. But I do. I fucking hate overly realistic graphics. Give us stylization.
Best gaming.
Not even about graphics over gameplay, Matt. I mean, I get what you're saying, but not even that. I just want my visual. The graphics can be amazing. Amazing. Spyro Reignited Trilogy has amazing graphics. But it's stylized graphics. Like, there's a difference between good graphics and realistic graphics. I'm fine with good graphics. I like good graphics. I mean, I'm also okay with not good graphics. Again, I play a lot of retro shit, but the point is, give me stylized art. Give me a stylized art style over this realistic bullshit.
Experiences I've ever had were when my thoughts wandered and my imagination filled in the blanks for me. I'm not saying games should be some cryptic puzzle to piece.
Yes, BioShock, to this day, looks amazing. I agree, Raziel. People hate on Wind Waker graphics at first. Yeah, I was one of the very few Wind Waker apologists. I had that game day one. I got my fucking... I literally keep my copy of Wind Waker on deck. Like easy, at a moment's notice, I can grab my copy of fucking Wind Waker. Yeah, ain't that the truth, fucking Netflix?
Together, get rid of fast travel or anything like that. But maybe in the future, game developers could trust the player and hold our hands a little bit less. One of the best qualities of a great video game, something that hardly exists anymore, is world building. When it's done right, games can create that illusion that there's an entire world out there waiting for you to explore. A world that feels alive, that feels like even if you aren't actively participating in it, things keep on moving along without you. When a third of your screen real estate is taken up by quest markers, mini-maps, and current objectives, all that, instead of you feeling small, the game feels small. Thanks for watching, and let me know what games you're getting lost in down in the comments.
Well, that was an awesome way to end the stream. That was a cool video to go out on. Just talking again. It's nice to talk about video games, not be around the, the drama of the industry itself, but more the what we love about them. That was a cool way to go out on it. Who said? Matt said, "Oh wait, I'm a white straight male. I'm not allowed to see myself." It's funny you say that. I have a video I'll be reacting to, not today, but I have a video game I'll be reacting to. That says it's titled something like, seeing yourself in a game, or seeing yourself in characters. Something like that. I don't remember. I haven't seen it yet. It's on my list to react to, but I haven't actually gotten to it yet. By the way, I'm gonna drop a link there in case you guys want to like the video, subscribe to the guy or whatnot. I'm subscribed to him on my personal account, not on my Words of Paradise account, but on my personal account. But yeah, I think that's gonna be that. We're going to wrap it here. I will be on the Doolies stream tonight at 6:30 p.m. Central Standard Time. Normally, I do a gaming stream on my gaming channel right after. I will not be doing that today because I've got tickets to go see Weapons, and that's going to be a blast. So, I guess, let me see who is live so that I can see what, who we're going to raid. Give me one moment here. I've got this video bookmarked for later, right? Okay, yeah, because there was a video I didn't get to react to, but that's fine. Give me one sec. Let's see who we are going to raid. Hey, what up, love it? I don't know if I said hi or not. I saw you in there, but I don't know if I said hi or not. So, hi. Now, that sounds sarcastic. I didn't mean for it to. Oh, I guess we'll raid Kada. I guess we'll raid our short black king. Alrighty, guys. I'm Audi 5000. I will see you tomorrow for Neon Leon, and we'll go from there. So, until next time, for those of you that donated, thank you so much. You never need to, but you do. It means the absolute world to me. Truly appreciated. Turns out no breast milk flavored ice cream, so maybe I'll make that a tier 2 goal for Neon Leon tomorrow, and we'll go from there. But guys, until next time. Oh, and again, real quick, if you have not watched my Melanie Mac video, I know it's an hour long, but please watch it. It's so much fucking fun. I had a lot of fun just roasting the shit out of her for an hour. So yes, we're gonna go to Kata's stream, and everybody type in Vital Idol Raid in chat. Until next time, it's all here in the Nerdosphere, and this has been Words of Paradise.